Welcome back to a special edition of Fenway Finale. Tonight, we celebrate a series win over the Yankees and hopefully witness a series sweep in the Red Sox first four-game winning streak of the season. Tonight, I'm joined by James, and we're here to watch this Sunday night baseball game together. How are we doing?
It's been a great 3 games. The Red Sox can't beat anyone at home, but somehow they can still beat the Yankees. I know a lot of folks have had it on Twitter. The Red Sox are 1-16 in their last 17 games in June at Fenway Park. So they can't beat anyone this year, but it's been nice to beat the Yankees. It's been a fun 3 games. Hopefully we can get the sweep tonight and then see what happens. But always fun to beat the Yankees. They've looked like a complete team actually through the last 3 games, which is nice. Obviously 9 quality starts in a row for the rotation, which has been awesome. We'll get into that. But overall, playing their best baseball of the year would be nice to get their first 4-game winning streak of the season tonight to finish off the series.
You know, it's honestly so crazy because they're just coming off one of the worst, most embarrassing series I've ever seen.
Yeah.
We didn't do a show about it. It was so bad. Those 2 losses to the Rockies, they should have easily swept.
Like that Monday night loss with everything with Chapman. Obviously, the Red Sox not recording an out in the ninth, and then the Rockies just running into outs in the eighth. That was the most pathetic loss of the season. And the Red Sox said, "Hold my beer." Wednesday was worse.
It was so bad.
It's
man.
obviously started with the Meyer error, and I know a lot of people point to that, and rightfully so. But it's like a lot went wrong after Meyer's error as well. Like it wasn't just on Marcelo; they had plenty of opportunities to get out of that inning and to win that game. And obviously Marcelo took accountability. He knew it. But yeah, obviously the schedule lightens up a bit. You are one of the worst teams in baseball. So I'm not sitting here saying you're playing bad teams. Well, you're also a very bad team. But you play the Nationals next. Then after that, it's a road trip to play the Angels, the White Sox, the Mets. If you can get going, I don't, I'm not rooting for them to buy. But somehow if the record evens itself out at the trade deadline, then you never know. But this is, they're probably going to look internally as this is their opportunity to keep momentum going forward. If they're able to win this series against New York or, sweep this series, obviously they've already won it, keep the momentum going the next 12 going into the break. That's probably how they're going to view it. But like you said, that was a wasted opportunity against Colorado. Could have won that series, probably should have swept that series. Instead, you lose 2 out of 3 and you're still 11 games under 500. So
honestly, if they swept that Rockies series, if we go back to last year, they played the Rockies and they completely took off. Remember, they played the Rockies to play the Nationals.
It was the Nationals, the Rockies, the Rays for that 10-game winning streak.
About a 10-game winning streak again. Yeah. So we'd be on tonight talking about our 7th win in a row. Obviously, we'd have a lot closer to 500 as if we didn't lose those 2 games in Colorado. So we would be talking about this team very differently. You brought it up kind of quickly or a little bit on like the pre-show, like, dang, if they won 7 straight, this team would definitely talk themselves into buying with the state of the American League. And we're not sure if we really want that. I don't think this team's good enough to do anything. Even if they get back to 500, sneak in the playoffs, they're going to get bounced.
No, that shouldn't even be a conversation at all.
I still agree with you on that one, but I think I'd be having a little bit more optimism if this is going for 7 games in a row right now instead of a sweep of the Yankees. I do think it's kind of funny. The last time the Red Sox swept the Yankees, they traded Rafael Devers a few hours later. So yeah. I'm not expecting something like that to happen tonight, but you never know. If they sweep the Yankees, maybe they make another crazy move.
Don't put that out there. Let's just worry about trying to.
By crazy move, I meant
tonight.
Like the firing of the CBO would be the.
Hey, they did option Mickey Gasper today, so that might have been a little bit shocking given how much Tracy has trusted him. That could go down as your shocking move.
Do you want to talk about Romy coming back tonight? I do think it's fitting. He's going to face a lefty, and then we'll get into that first game. But yeah, Romy Gonzalez is back tonight playing second base, correct? And then he's batting 5th. I expected him to bat leadoff today, especially with Gasper going down, like you just mentioned. But he's in that 5th spot. They moved Nate Eaton to the leadoff spot, and Jaron Duran's actually benched today against the lefty. Are you surprised by that? I know he's struggling. He's been horrible, but they just gave him a day off in Colorado, and now they're giving him another one. I think this is more of a we don't trust you to hit Carlos Rodon tonight than a day off.
No. Romy's DHing tonight. He is hitting 5th, but he's DHing tonight. Right. Siegler's at 2nd. But yeah. He's 3 for his last 37. He has not really done much at all in June. They're facing a tough lefty tonight. Let him get a breather. There's been a lot of chatter about Duran the last week. Trade value. Will they keep him in the second half to try to let him rebuild his value for the offseason? They've already botched it so badly. But yeah, I give him an off day and see if his head can reset. He had his best month of last season in July. And, obviously we're approaching July 1st. He was the catalyst during that 10-game winning streak. And then afterwards in July and August, he was awesome, found his power stroke, starting in that Colorado series, like you said, in that national series as well, and it continued to take off. So hopefully, I think they're kind of hoping for the same thing. And if they're out of it, I'm sure they'll try to find a trade partner. If not, they'll hope that he can rebuild his value in the second half. But yeah, like you said, this is a good opportunity for him to just get a breather before the national series. Obviously, an off day on Thursday will help, but give him a breather. He's been going through it. Obviously, there was the altercation or interaction with the fan yesterday that was touched on social media. Obviously, no video of it, but I think just a reset day on multiple levels and see how he can get back going in the positive direction tomorrow.
There was also a video a few days ago. I think it was when they were still in Colorado, when he was kind of in the background of a video.
Yes,
and
yes.
Somebody had his hands around his shoulders, kind of consoling him. Maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know what is going on 100% with the guy, but I'm totally fine with giving him a day off, especially with how Nate Eaton has played since he's been recalled.
Yeah, Eaton's been awesome. He's been a spark plug. He was great in the World Baseball Classic. I think we all kind of thought he should have been on the roster earlier this season. But yeah, he's been great, and I think Siegler has been a great spark for them as well. So they have the guys up here to fill the gap, and some guys that bring positive energy. Are a spark plug. They got to change something up and try something new. So
speaking of Siegler, I'm so happy he wasn't the one that was sent down. I know they had to make a 60-man move and a demotion. So I was kind of surprised.
A 40-man move.
That's what I meant. A 60-day IL move is what happened. Roman Anthony was moved to the 60-day. I think he's at 51 days on the IL, so technically he can be back in 9 days.
He's gonna hit 60 days on July 4th. So it makes a ton of sense. He's obviously not coming back then, so it's like there's no reason to not put him.
The latest report is also that he's not even swinging a bat.
Yeah, you saw Healy's tweet today. It was like the status quo. Crochet hasn't begun throwing, and Anthony hasn't begun swinging. I saw him taking balls off the monster today.
I did see that as well.
His hand was still wrapped up a bit, so that's at least something positive. But yeah, it's been tough.
Eaton has been eaten from right here from Jack. Yeah,
Eaton's been great. I'd love a Shohei for Duran trade in my dreams for sure.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
A man can dream.
I was going to bring this up about a second ago, and I forgot what I was going to say, but I don't know exactly where I saw this stat, and I'd love to give credit to the tweet I saw it on, but it was like Jarren Duran over the last 36 months or something like that. And it showed his WRC plus per month. And it was like he's had 4 months in the last 3 years.
Oh, it was the tweet I read off, I think, on our last show on Monday from Red Sox Stats since September of 24.
It might have been something like that.
Yeah.
And it was like he's been above average 3 times in the month. Yeah. It's been like, dang, he's been so good in some of these months, and he's been awful in these other months. And it's probably all mental. He probably needs to change his scenery. He needs a place that he can go and completely reset his career. But I don't think anyone's going to give you anything for him. So if I had to guess, he's still on this team next year, or maybe not next year, but through the deadline.
Going into the offseason, yeah. I mean, Breslow botched this royally. I did not want to trade him going into 25. I know that there was a minority of the fan base.
I was one of those people that didn't want to trade him.
Yeah,
I wanted to trade Willier if we had to trade one.
The logic behind it was his value will never be higher, but if you wanted to get back to the playoffs, he was such an important piece that you couldn't trade him in my estimation. And obviously you couldn't trade him at the deadline last year. Like, I know they had the logjam, but if they were going to get to where they wanted to get to, the time to trade him was this offseason. Or if they didn't want to trade him, trade another outfielder. Like, solve the logjam somehow, whether it was Abreu, whether it was somehow salary dumping Yoshida or DFAing him, whether it was Duran. The time was this offseason, and Paredes would have been a perfect upgrade at third base. Obviously, he's had an up and down season, but it would have fit a need for Houston. It would have fit a need for the Red Sox with the Paredes for Duran swap. Obviously, Breslow valued Duran a lot higher than the other 29 organizations, and he still does. He's not getting back the 2024 form anytime soon. So it's like, you bungled that. How can you, remedy the situation, and how can you get something for him? I don't think keeping him here will help his value go up. I think getting him out of a losing environment and, going somewhere that inject him into a pennant race, new energy, new life, that will actually help him and anyone here too. It's like you remove like the stink from all these guys, and you give them a fresh slate that can give guys a jolt of energy too. So I think it's a combination of everything.
So I'm thinking like a team like the Pirates, maybe a team that might not think they're going to compete this year, that wants to in the next year or two. Maybe he could find something there again. I know, like, they need something else there offensively. Brandon Lowe is a a free agent at the end of this year. Like, I don't think they're going to re-sign him. He's having a tremendous season.
Yeah, obviously O'Hearn is having a good year, and
Ryan
obviously
O'Hearn is having a good
Griffin
year.
is the man.
So maybe like a team like that just needs some sort of potential offense. I know they're going to lose their big trade acquisition after this year. So maybe that's a way they can go. I just don't think you're going to get anything of value for him.
Yeah.
It just sucks. I don't think you're going to get a team like the Padres really bite on him unless like you're not going to get the guy you want back.
No. You're not going to at all. Like, he would make some sort of sense in a change of scenery for Philly if he was a righty. Obviously, he's a lefty. You know, Philly needs right-handed pop and right-handed production, and obviously Durant's not being productive right now. So this is all just a sort of hypothetical that's out there. But yeah, I mean, obviously there's still a lot of time before the August 3rd deadline. A month is a lot of time. Obviously, we're halfway through the season right now. But got the All-Star break. We'll see how things go before that deadline, and just take it from there. There's still a lot of time left for a lot of teams, and July always separates the contenders from the pretenders. I don't care how bad the AL is. You still know at this point whether you're a contender or not. The Red Sox are not. I don't care what the run differential says. I don't care what anything else says. You want to say you're 5 games back and have a +8 run differential. You're 11 games under 500. The eye test tells all of us something different. Like, people who want to cite run differential or want to cite games back, they are bad. There are a lot of teams that are bad. And yes, the whole American League, besides the Yankees, is probably bad. Besides the Yankees, Tampa, whoever it may be. But it's like, you can't just sit there and be like, oh, we're kind of in it because we have a positive run differential and we're only 5 games back on June 28th. That's not how this thing works.
Everybody who wants to make the case that they're in it always brings up the run differential, they're only a few games back.
Get out of here.
My thing is, you look at the teams you have in front of you, you have to jump. That means all those teams have to completely collapse and you have to take off. It's just there's too many other outside. Even if you go on a completely run, like an awesome run, and you play 600 baseball for the rest of the year, you're still not making the playoffs.
I mean, and here's the thing. Like, you have, like, when you look at the division, obviously the Rays and Tampa keep flip-flopping for first. The Rays are half game up now with the win today, and New York not playing yet. Toronto, is 39-45. They've been injured, but I still think you'd give them the benefit of the doubt, as if there's one team that can maybe get it together, it would be them. Baltimore, who had a big offseason, they are 2 games in front of you at 39-46. But think about all the teams in front of you right now. Texas is winning the West at 42-42. Seattle's that third wild card at 42-43. Those teams are both better than you. Cleveland at 44-40. They're obviously better than you. Houston at 42-44. The A's at 40.
I think the A's are better than you.
Minnesota at 40-45. You are tied with Detroit and Kansas City for the least amount of wins in the American League. And the only teams that have fewer wins in all of baseball is Colorado with 33, and that's a team that just took 2 out of 3 from you. That's all the eye test that you need. Like it's pretty simple.
When you watch these teams play, like teams that I think are worse than the Red Sox, I'm going to go with the Angels. I think they're worse than the Red Sox.
The Rockies.
I'm going American League.
Sure.
I would still put the Tigers as a more talented team than you right now.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to trade Scooble, so it's like...
I think they'll blow it up. I would say maybe the Twins, like you're about as good as the Twins. Like that's...
You're not good.
You're not good, but...
The bottom line is we need to sell. Like, that's the bottom line.
The bottom line is, like, I think the entire... Like, you have 4 teams in the West that I think are better than you. There's 4 teams in the East that are better than you. The White Sox are better than you. The Indian or Guardians are better than you. Yeah. And then if you want to make a case about those bottom crappy teams in the American League Central, go ahead, but you're still one of the worst teams in the league.
But that's not even worth the argument.
Exactly.
Like that's all semantics at this point.
It's just like there's way too many teams in front of you. If you told me the Red Sox are 5 games back and they're the first team out of the wild card, then maybe I would give them a chance. But now you have 6 or 7, 8 teams that you need to jump. You have 0 chance. That's just how I think about it.
Exactly.
All right. Do you want to get into the couple of these games here before?
Let's do it.
Yeah. Let's start with game 1 on Thursday. Connolly Early again had a really rough first inning. It kind of looked like he was going to have a clunker again, and he completely shut down the Yankees. Didn't he not give up a hit for a while?
He was great.
A big chunk of this game. Do you have the everything pulled up, or do you kind of want to go ahead if you want to?
No, so he was great. Obviously, and it is funny to kind of look at, just 1 point, 9 consecutive quality starts for Red Sox starting pitchers. His ERA this season at 3.59 is the highest in the rotation, which is just crazy to think about, especially where the Red Sox were a couple of years ago, from 23 and 24 to where they are now. 3.59 being the highest in the rotation. Clearly, they have had no shortage of pitching help. And it's also something where, he gave up those couple runs and he was probably like, shoot, I might not, be winning this game, because that's just kind of the mindset that I think a lot of these guys are in right now, that they can't, win games when they're giving up 2 or 3 runs. So 6 innings, 2 earned runs, one walk, struck out 9. Obviously did give up a long ball, also walked 1, but he limited the damage, did a really good job. The usage on the night, the fastball was at 30.6%, followed by the sinker at 23.5%, the slider at 15.3%, the sweeper at 13.3%, and the changeup at 11.2%, the curveball at 6.1%. Like we talked about with earlier, the pitch ability, has 5 to 6 pitches that he can go to. Really showcased that on Thursday night. Did a good job, especially after a little bit of a tough start. Gave up that run in the first, then gave up another run in the fourth on the solo homer. But aside from that, he was nails. He did everything that they needed to do. The Red Sox obviously broke out with a 4-run fifth against Schlittler. No earned runs. I know that was a topic of conversation with the scoring changes. Obviously, that ball that was hit by Contreras was a bullet.
Has that still not been changed?
It has not. No.
Wow.
If you want to, the thing is, there was only 1 out. If you want to, say that one was unearned, fine. But it's like the Durbin homer still would have happened. That's all semantics at this point. But the Red Sox getting to Schlittler was huge. Whether it's 4 earned runs, no earned runs, whatever it may be, they got to the AL Cy Young front runner. Tagged him in the 5th. They did what they needed to do. They knocked Schlittler out after the 5th. He only pitched 5 innings, but early was great. He did everything that he needed to do. The 30% four seamers, I thought he mixed everything in well. Obviously, that was his most used pitch on the night. 4 strikeouts on the four seamer, 1 on the slider, 2 on the sweeper. 1 on the changeup, and 1 on the curveball. So when you talk about the pitchability and the effectiveness of early, obviously the long balls have killed him. A bit of control as well with the hit batsman, the walks, but he locked everything in, and he recorded a strikeout on every pitch except for the sinker. So I think that shows how effective he can be, and how effective he was, obviously, against a Yankee lineup that even without Judge has still been producing, and was fairly heavy with right-handers. So it was an excellent performance, and right in the middle of a string of Red Sox performances on the mound that has really been excellent. They've turned in 9 quality starts in a row, like we've mentioned, and the pitching has done absolutely everything for them and kept them in every ball game. Even when the offense hasn't. But it was nice to see Caleb Durbin keep it going on Thursday. The 2-run homer that he just snuck into the front row of the Green Monster. Obviously Contreras with the bullet, the sac fly from Duran, and that's kind of all the Red Sox needed. Obviously tacked 2 more on in the 8th, and then Chapman came in with the save. Every time he's out there, I'm like, please don't hurt yourself. Please, please, please don't hurt yourself. But it was great to see, and it was a good start to the weekend.
Yeah. Well, you brought up Chapman. So I was kind of worried about him after that Rockies loss. I know it was kind of a bad luck kind of thing. He didn't the only one he really kind of got crushed on was the walk-off down the line. But when he faced the Yankees, he looked like a totally different person.
Yeah,
he was up to 100, 101
He's
again.
got some revenge out for him.
So I was totally okay with him being back. I'm like, dang, he's back. Okay. But
I'm fine with him being back. Every time I see him move, I get scared. Like that dribbler, that Rice hit that he threw him out to end the game. I'm like, dude, just don't hurt yourself coming off the mound. We know that hamstring is bum right now.
Dang. Yeah. I don't have much from game 1 except Caleb Durbin, man. He's been on a tear. The OPS is kind of treading back up to 700. It's going to be fun once he kind of gets there. I don't know whose tweet this was again, but it was basically, I know this is also very Wilson Contreras biased, and this was pro Breslow, which I know none of us are really pro Breslow, but it was a comparison of Caleb Durbin and Wilson Contreras' production combined with Alex Bregman. Who was the other guy?
Alonso,
I don't know.
Maybe
it might have been Alonso. I don't think it was Alonso. I don't know. I don't remember what it was, but it was trying to show that Wilson Contreras and Caleb Durbin put a better outcome than Bregman and someone else that the Red Sox were interested in. That's all Wilson Contreras felt like. You can't make that case and say Wilson Contreras did everything. Like that's basically what we're doing. I don't like that because I know Alex Bregman would have hit 12, 13 home runs right now if he was with the Red
Yeah,
Sox.
if you look at the park adjusted stats, his numbers would be better at Fenway. They still wouldn't be what they were last year, but he'd be in a better spot. And I think it's the overall leadership and the dynamic of the team. Like you take out the clubhouse leader, somebody else has got to fill the void. There's a lot of different moving pieces where it's like if you kept Bregman and brought in Contreras or Bregman and Alonso, whatever it may be, it's like you'd probably have better results. But it is what it is at this point. Like you don't want to beat a dead horse, but it's like if you still trade for Contreras and keep Bregman, and that's kind of your upgrade. Like obviously Durbin has been much better as of late. Hats off to him. Thanks to Great G Swing. Thank you for reviving our boy. But yeah, I mean it's tough, and obviously tough look for Bregman was that yesterday or today not running out that grounder.
Yeah.
He's been going through it a bit, but overall it's like there's a lot of different moving pieces and dynamics that you could consider, and I think the leadership piece would be one of them, and also just the start that Durbin got off to. I think Bregman would have been able to carry them through those rough waters earlier on when they were really going through it offensively.
Yeah, I saw another tweet. It was how Durbin started this. He was the last qualified hitter to get a hit this season.
Yeah.
Caleb Durbin. I don't know the exact what he started off with, but it was like 0 for 18, 0 for 19. He didn't get a hit to start the year. I saw a stat. There was like since that 0 for to start the year, he's batting 270 something with like a 725 OPS. Like if you want to do, it's crazy how much a 0 for 19 does to you.
Oh yeah,
it's crazy. Especially
and like
when
if it happens in August, like it's tough. But your average drops 19 points, and obviously on the scoreboard it's not as big of a deal. Like it drops from 280 to 260. 280 to 260. It's like it still stinks, but whatever. But when you're looking at a goose egg, for the first 6 games of the year, it's like that's tough, and you're going through it mentally for sure.
Yeah. Okay, we can get into the next game here. Peyton Tolley absolutely dominated, but before we say that, we'll get into the next game. Peyton Tolley and Connolly Early were sent back to Fenway a little bit early, and we're not on that crazy flight
on Wednesday,
whatever the issue was there. So maybe that was part of it, why they kind of came out here and dominated. Obviously, the offense kind of picked up something, so I don't know if it was just the Yankees. They're hyped to play the Yankees. I don't know. Maybe it's we need to go on airplanes that don't move all the time. I don't know.
Yeah. The last 2 years, the Red Sox and planes do not get along.
I do want to hype up Peyton Tolley. He brought a perfect game into the 6th inning it was, and he was absolutely filthy. 7 Ks, 7 innings, 1 hit. He did walk 2, but those were all in the 7th inning, if I could recall, correct? Were they both in the 7th when he walked those guys?
Yes, they were both in the 7th.
So that's a kind of a growing trend of Peyton Tolley where he'll be great and then kind of run out of gas once he hits that 6th inning. But yeah, he was absolutely dominant. And I think this was the best I've ever seen him, control-wise, stuff-wise, everything put together. He absolutely dominated a good Yankees lineup. He did fall off once he got to the 6th and the 7th inning, but in my opinion, it was the best start I've ever seen him. And then it came out after the game where he was under the weather. He's a little bit sick, so it's even more impressive. So Peyton Tolley's an absolute gamer. I cannot wait to watch this guy pitch for years to come. I keep seeing tweets about like, oh, he only has a fastball. Let's move him to the bullpen. No, this is a front of the line starter. This guy's in 1 or 2 for the next 5 years.
If you want to talk about that, and I know I've been talking about it. He used the secondary pitches more in this game, which was huge. The curveball at 9.1% and the changeup at 5.7%. And this was after 2 starts of a start of him not using the changeup at all, and the curveball was below 5% in pretty much every start this season. So it was great to see him not just throw hard stuff. Obviously, did predominantly use the 4-seamer, 34.1%, but that was down from 50% in his last start, 55% in the previous start. The sinker was at 28.4%. That's been on a bit of a rise his last 3 starts. The cutter was pretty much identical to last start at 22.7%. But overall, it was great to see him mix in those secondary breaking balls.
So he was, from your math, he was closer to 70 to 80% fastballs, where in the past he's been like 95% fastballs.
Correct. He had 3 strikeouts on the 4-seamer, 1 on the cutter. He had 3 on the curveball, which was massive. You mix that in with 2 strikes. Obviously, you saw that, with against the Orioles, with Jackson Holliday kind of let out a smile, and we didn't really see it until the start on Friday, and it was awesome. So I thought it was great to see him go to that with 2 strikes, put it in the back of the hitter's head, but it's also very effective. And it's like he's got 3 elite fastballs, hard stuff, whatever it may be. Like I am not saying he is Cam Schlittler. Schlittler is the AL Cy Young favorite. But in terms of somebody you have in the organization that is closest to Schlittler, a homegrown guy with elite fastball shape that throws hard and has dominant stuff, Tolley is the closest thing the Red Sox have to Schlittler. And by this point, by the end of the 27 season, midway through 28, that is who the Red Sox, want Tolley to be is the next Schlittler, and this is the closest answer that they have in the system. Homegrown to being the next Schlittler. Obviously, you have Crochet, who's going to be back at some point next season. But just in terms of a prospect and a guy that the Yankees are throwing out there every 5 days, this is the closest thing in your system that you have to him, and you're seeing why. You saw how great he was on Friday night. He was dominant, and when he mixes in those breaking balls, it's like the sky is the limit for this kid, and especially from the left side, the velocity is unbelievable. He mixes 3 fastballs in nicely, and then when he throws the breaking stuff just ever so often, it's enough to keep guys off balance. And he does such a tremendous job with location. He's got such great precision. The expected batting average against the 4-seamer was 168 on Friday, and against the sinker was 155. And obviously, you talk about the perfect game going into the 6th, no hitter into the 7th, whatever it may be. But it's just like he has been, when he's on, he is awesome. The ERA this season, I mean, I know we talked about early. His ERA is down to 2.78, and I think that's 7th in the American League or 7th in the
I don't
AL.
think he has enough qualified innings.
Sure, if he was qualified, same with Gray, he's like 2 innings away.
Sonny Gray will qualify tonight.
Yeah,
he should.
Yeah, but it's just like what he's doing is unbelievable, and this is the kind of organizational depth and talent that you need to compete. And the Red Sox pitching wise have done everything right this season, at least in the starting rotation, and it's been awesome to see all these ERAs that just so low. And yeah, not enough good things to say about Tolley.
And Peyton Tolley's a guy that I think it's going to get even better. I really do.
Yeah, he is.
Like, this is not his ceiling. This is a guy who has not pitched very much in his career, like going back to his youth days. He was a hitter, a two-way player in college, or at least most of college. He was drafted about a year and a half ago. Like, what was it? About 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
But still, this is a guy who has not thrown a lot of pitches in his career. Like, this is a guy who came into his professional career as a fastball only guy.
Yep.
And he's going to continue getting better on the mound with his breaking pitches, like you said. And as long as he gets away from 95% fastballs, he's going to be a number 1, a number 2, a number 3 at worst in this league for 10 to 15 years.
He is going to be a legit number 1.
I think he's a front of the line guy.
Yes,
I really
he
do.
is. Absolutely. I mean, look at the numbers this year. The win-loss record, whatever, 4-5, 2.78 ERA and 71 in a third inning, 69 punch-outs, and a 1.02 whip. That's all that you really need to say. And the whip last year, in 7 appearances, 3 starts, was 1.59. In 16 and a third innings, only 19 punch-outs. So you can see the year-over-year improvement, how vast it's been and how great it's been. Just the sky's the limit for him.
Yeah. The only other thing I really wanted to bring up in this game was Sung-Chae Chang in his first major league hit. It was not his first major league at bat, so I guess he had a couple games before this in the major leagues I don't even know who he was on it, but he came into this game with 13 career at bats, but he had no hits. Yep. And then he got his first hit today, or not today, but in this game. So that's a guy I'd like to shout out a little bit. I was a little bit surprised he wasn't DFA'd for Romy Gonzalez.
Oh, instead of Gasper. Yeah.
Yeah. I am a little bit surprised. I understand why, because he actually could play the shortstop position. And now Meyer, we have actually not had a show since Meyer's gone on the IL. With the exact same injury as IKF, a little bit weird. Yeah.
I swear every Red Sox injury this year has been like something that like is one of the rarest injuries in human history, and we can't figure out what it is. It just seems like that's the analysis, that's the diagnosis around
the only injury report that we get that's ever good is Trevor Story. Yeah. And I think Trevor Story is going to be back before Marcelo Meyer. And is Trevor Story going to be the shortstop again if he's back before Meyer? Probably, because where else are you going to put him?
Do that, yeah.
But it's like, I don't want that. I don't want that for the future of this team. I want Meyer to keep getting the reps there. It sucks that he got hurt. I know he hasn't played well, but it sucks that he got hurt, because I do think they're going to go back to Trevor Story once he's back, especially if he's back first.
Yeah, and that was always a big thing with Meyer, was like getting through a season healthy. Mm-hmm. But Tracy also said, it seems like he's been dealing with it for a few weeks. It's like, so has he been playing injured, or did this just happen? Like what's the deal here? Did that contribute to the poor performance recently, at least offensively? I don't know, but hopefully he can get himself right and get back on the field sooner rather than later.
It's not really a recent thing. It's a whole season thing. Like you can't tell me that that's the reason why he's not hitting.
No,
Unless
no,
this
no,
is, he
yeah.
got hurt
Don't
in
get
spring training. Like
correct.
that would be like the one thing. Yeah, I don't got much else from this game. I do like the at-bats from Siegler. I've been super impressed by him. I said it a few times. Gasper's the one that's gone, so we won't be seeing him again. Finally, it's one of the things we were saying. No more 3 catchers. We don't need 3 catchers. They finally made the move, so
Yeah,
I'm happy about
Contreras
that.
obviously going bridge, the mini scuffle, if it, whatever you want to call it. I love Wilson. He crowds the plate, got his hands up there. I mean, he's looking to get into an altercation. So, probably trying to fire the boys up. And that's water under the bridge at this point. But yeah, obviously he's your heart and soul. He's your team leader. Playing inspired definitely with what happened in Venezuela a few days back, his home country. But yeah, obviously the homer, trying to light a fire, for the guys with, the mini benches clearing brawl, if that's what you want to call it, whatever it may be. But yeah, obviously he's your heart and soul this year, and he's been nothing but everything that he's done this year has been just so incredibly positive. I don't know where you'd be without him. You'd be 22 games under 500.
You'd be the worst team of all time.
Yeah.
Has this game started yet?
It's about to.
Because I still got the golf on my TV. But yeah, we can get into the next game, and we'll get into today's probables before they take the mound. But yesterday, Jake Bennett proved that he's a guy. He's gone out there. He absolutely shoved against the Yankees. This is a guy that had a lot of swing and miss issues. That was the talk coming into or going into the season. Like, this is a guy that's not going to be able to get big league hitters out because of the swing and miss issues. That's wrong. This is a big league pitcher. Maybe he's not a top of the rotation arm, but this is a guy that could be a 4 or 5 for years to come. I'm very happy with what I've seen. Do you think he gets traded? Do you think he's going to be on this team for much longer? Because I think that's a guy that could go out there, help a team that's very deprived on back end of the rotation arms, dependable arms, and you can get an offensive piece back for a guy like Jake Bennett. I don't know if that happens now.
It doesn't happen now.
But it could happen in the offseason.
Yeah, in the offseason, when you have that logjam, maybe. But the Red Sox have traded so much of their pitching depth in the last 2 years that I don't think they would want to continue to trade more out of it unless it's for somebody that's bona fide, offensively or in the bullpen, whatever it may be. I understand going into next year he wouldn't be in the rotation, but you don't want to just trade that depth to trade it. Injuries happen. We see that every year. And injuries happen to other teams, and teams get desperate. Like, you don't want to trade them in December. Maybe somebody goes down in March in spring training, a week before the season starts. Maybe somebody goes down the first couple weeks in April, and teams get desperate. Or you have an injury, and you don't want to be that team calling other guys. Like, you keep Bennett around in the bullpen, with the ability to stretch out. Teams always need starting pitching. I wouldn't just trade him to trade him. It's only been 6 starts this year, but 2 and 3, 33 innings, 25 punch outs, a 1.06 whip. But yeah, obviously, like what we've seen out of Bennett, he was pitched really well yesterday. He was quite effective, and he absolutely did his thing. And I know we all talked about this in the season preview episode about how I think it was you who coined the question: who's somebody that's not on the 40-man roster right now that will make the biggest impact? And I think all of us said Jake Bennett. And he clearly has made an impact thus far, with what he's done. Obviously did a great job yesterday, the 9th consecutive quality start for the Red Sox in the rotation. And yeah, we'll see how it keeps evolving for him. I wouldn't trade him at this point unless somebody really gets desperate for depth and blows you away. But the Red Sox have, Gray obviously to trade, whether it's Chicago, Atlanta, San Diego, whatever contender's calling for an arm. And we'll see what happens.
It was also the first time in Jake Bennett's entire professional career that he's thrown a pitch in the 7th inning. That's the minors.
Yep.
That's the Red Sox.
Yep.
That's the Nationals. So that was really impressive. I know he didn't get through the 7th, and I was kind of in the back of my head, like, I don't know if I'm going to show the Yankees this guy again. I understand why you wouldn't want to send him out there, but he was at like 73 pitches. Like, you
might as well.
You have to,
because he was cruising. He really was.
So, I mean, I understand if you wanted to go with your bullpen there, but I was totally fine with at least giving him the chance. He did run into some trouble. He got hit hard a few times. They saw him for the 3rd or 4th time through. But again, I'm still impressed with him. So I'm very happy that he's on this team, and I'm happy I'm not watching Bayo every 5 days now.
Exactly. And as we're talking, Gray with a nice cutter to strike out Chisholm for the first out of the ball game.
Why do I still have golf on?
Throw on Peacock. Throw it on Peacock.
All right, I'll just give me a second.
Because on NBC, golf is still on, but
Let's see what we got here. Upcoming. Why is it still upcoming? Watch game. All right, maybe this will work.
2 up, 2 down to begin. One first pitch fly out.
All right, it's working now. All right, there we go. What the heck is this? No, it's not working. I don't know. Whatever.
I got you. I got you for it. Don't worry.
Don't worry. Yeah. But yes, we could get into today's start just while we're here if you want to. I mean, it's Sonny Gray, Carlos Rodon. We got the lefty here again for the Yankees. So Sonny Gray, man, 9-1, super impressive.
Yeah,
9-1,
sneaky all-star Sonny Gray.
I wish he'd make it, but he won't. It sucks just how bad the Red Sox are.
They have plenty of injury replacements.
It's kind of, it'll be crazy when we look back at the season in 2026 and 10, 15 years. And we're like, yeah, Sonny Gray, all-star Red Sox pitcher. Like, that'll be a guy that I'll be like, yeah, remember how good he was for that half season he was here? So
yeah, right.
I hope he gets in.
Hopefully we remember him by who the prospect that we get back, and he's a mainstay with the Red Sox for the next decade.
I hope so. Those are my favorite things to talk about are trades and like where is he going to go? What team's going to go nuts for him? The Cubs obviously are still going to look for starting pitchers. They made a trade David Peterson since we've been on last. That was the 13th rated prospect in the Cubs system. They traded to the Mets for him. So I'm expecting more for Sonny Gray.
I think they can get a top 10. I think overall the package will be a top 10 and like a top 20. So if you get 2 in the top 20, one of those being in the top 10, you're in a great spot.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if you go to a team with a stronger system and you get 2 teams bidding against each other, maybe you go for a 1 kind of guy, like a 7 or 8 type prospect in the system, and you just go for 1. I don't know. It's going to be crazy or a little bit different to see how they attack this deadline, because if you really think about it, I don't think they're that far off from being good. They're not that far off. Like,
they're not. Okay, they're not. Yes, correct. They're not that far off. Like, bigger picture, but it's
you could convince me in this offseason that to get hyped up about this team going into 2027.
Well, that's going to take a lot from whoever the new general manager is to like make sure they hit on things like that. And that's also, I think, going to consider, okay, does Meyer figure it out? Does Christian Campbell figure it out? Can Roman stay healthy and get back on track? Like, going into 25, you're like, we have the big 3, an incredible generation of prospects. 3 top 15 guys at worst, and one of them has panned out in Anthony, and the other 2 haven't yet in Meyer and Campbell. And that's not to say I'm not giving up on either of them, especially, Meyer and Campbell. Baseball is a hard game. You look at Jordan Walker, look at a guy like Mickey Moniak, but really it's I think Walker and Campbell are very similar in terms of their swing profiles, a lot of movement, hard contact. It's hard for guys who had meteoric rises through the system, and also like with their swing profile, like a lot of moving parts, for it to click right away. Jordan Walker, granted, he was younger when he got called up. He was 20 years old in 2023. Took him 3 years. Now he's he's been one of the best hitters in baseball throughout all of 2026. I think that's the path for Cam. I'm not saying Campbell's going to turn into Jordan Walker, but they gave him the contract. He was a highly rated prospect, minor league player of the year. Let's see how it is in 2 or 3 years. Like, let's see. And obviously it hasn't been great in Worcester this year. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not giving up on him yet. And same with Meyer. I'm not giving up on any of these guys. Like, Jordan Walker is the example 1-1. Don't give up on guys. Baseball's a hard game. Let's see how things play out and how things can maybe, get moving forward.
I like your comparison of Jordan Walker a little bit. I think the swing,
it's just the swing profile.
I think the swing is very similar. I don't think the size of the 2 players are similar at all.
No, it's not a great like direct comparison, but it's like when you're looking obviously you can look at Jordan Walker and say, the time it took him 3 years, but also when you look at him and Campbell, obviously Walker's a bigger, more physical guy.
They're also the same exact age. Christian Campbell turned 24 today. Jordan Walker is 24 now.
Right. Now, I'm just saying, like, Walker came up earlier. He was drafted out of high school. Campbell obviously played college ball, but it's like, I think the biggest thing with Campbell, he got drafted in the summer of 23. And then in 24, he started in Greenville and went from Greenville to Portland to Worcester all in the same year, and then began 25, signing the contract and on the opening day roster. That's a meteoric rise, and he probably didn't play enough baseball in the minor leagues. And at the time, none of us were saying keep him in the minors, and we were all happy we kept him instead of trading him to Chicago in the Crochet deal. This is not revisionist history that I'm trying to pull. All I'm saying is that, like, he went, from single A to double A to triple A all in 1 year, and then started the next year in the major leagues. Like, it was such a big jump. It's like, maybe he needs to take a step back, work on some things. And obviously he has been in Worcester and it hasn't been working out thus far, but it's like, don't give up on him. That's the whole point. Don't give up on him.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. Obviously Roman Anthony was the biggest one, but Christian Campbell was like the one I was the most like, yeah, this guy's going to hit. He's going to hit in the major leagues. He's going to hit in the major leagues no matter what. Maybe I didn't think he could play defense in the major leagues, but I always thought this guy was going to be in a lineup for the next 10 years and hit his way.
Yeah.
It sucks. If anything, if we wanted to go revisionist history, I wanted Marcelo Meyer in that Crochet trade over Teal.
I don't think the White Sox were taking it without a catcher, without Teal being in there.
You're probably right.
So, I mean, you would have been trading out, you would have been swapping him or Campbell or whoever out from Montgomery.
So that's probably the right thing to do. But here we go. Will's here, so I'm going to let him in. And the Red Sox game obviously has just started. So let's get Will on here.
Nate Eaton with a ground out to third.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up,
What's up, Will?
Not much. Just met Poppy. That was really cool.
Yeah, I was going to say, burying the lead there. Everyone go look on Fanatic Social, and you'll see this guy next to the large father.
I made him look small, which was great.
Yeah, Will, I was going to text you that. I'm like, damn, like you are that big. Like, you're bigger than David Ortiz.
There were a few comments already on the Fanatics Instagram of like, man, this dude makes Big Poppy look small.
Yeah, dude, it's such a cool. I haven't looked at it again, but you probably got some hella views on that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Fanatics has like it's over 40K on Instagram on Fanatics.
That's awesome.
And you know what's really funny is we had a bunch of in-laws and friends and family going like, "Wait, she's due tomorrow?" Like that's what they took out of it. Not like, "Wow, Ortiz like blessed and all that stuff." It was like, nope. It was like, what? She's due tomorrow? Not actually due tomorrow. Like could be long story, but either way.
That's not what Ortiz said.
It's besides the point. The fact that he was mañana. What do you say, mañana?
Mañana.
Yeah, but then he said another word.
I'll see you when I see you, right?
Mamacita. It was awesome. Like we got. I don't know if we want a story or not, but
yes,
yeah, go ahead.
Yes, this team is 11 games under 500. So Raphael is going to challenge this
and lose and be embarrassed by it too.
Yeah,
let's
see what happens here.
Will, have you tweeted that video from your own account?
And Paul,
yeah,
all right, Raphael gets the challenge right.
How's it doing? I want to look at it.
It's awful.
Yeah,
that was a bad miss.
What event was that?
So, wife and I went down to Newberry Street to grab lunch, and then she had used the bathroom. I was on Twitter and sock signs right on
Tyler
Twitter.
Layton.
Yeah. So he tweeted out and like this event at Dick's House of Sport in Boston. It was like Meet Big Poppy. And I looked and there was 20 minutes left in the event. I was like, oh shoot, like we were around the corner. So we went over there, huge line. And they said that you would get a wristband. So it was a free event and it was only meet and greet. It was not, what's Raphael doing here?
Not autographs.
No autographs, just a meet and greet picture, like shake hands and then you're out of there. Props to my wife, 9.5 months pregnant, went up 3 flights of stairs. We go all the way to the end of the line, and they're like, "Yeah, like tough squash." So then I just went over by the exit, like where people were like leaving, and just look, that's the closest we can get to Big Poppy. Took some pictures, like selfies, like really from a really far distance. LFG Boston was there too. Shout out to them; they were really cool to talk to. They actually interviewed us too.
Oh, nice.
But then just mentioned to them like, yeah, like pregnant, it would be great to get Poppy's like blessing, whatever. And a cop heard it at the event, and the cop brought in the guy who runs the Fanatic socials, and he's like, we told him about it, and he's like, dude, this would be a great piece of content. He goes, as long as you guys are cool with us sharing it on our socials, he's like, yeah, I can get you in right now and skip the line of seriously probably 200 people.
Did he get to meet all those other? Did all those other people get to meet him, or did they cut it off?
So they cut it off, but they finished the line.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah. But it was unreal. And again, the people before us, it was all just a quick handshake, picture, goodbye. After that video cut off too, he said a couple more words too. Like he spent some time. It was more than just a handshake. Hi, congrats to you.
Did you tell him to come on the show?
I did not. I don't want to press too much. I just want good first impression.
Yeah. That's awesome.
But that was just so unexpected. I called my dad right after. I'm like, Dad, you will not believe what we just got to bless.
That's sweet.
Bless the kid.
Awesome.
Bro, so I've had one interaction with him kind of like, so I used to work for the Marlins in 2023 and it was World Baseball Classic. And I was like in the back, like by the loading dock, just kind of like hiding from everybody because I didn't want, there were so many people around. And David Ortiz, A-Rod, walk right by me. And I'm like, what? Like I was just sitting like on my phone, like, you know, scrolling, doing one of these, like not paying attention. Next, you know, A-Rod and David Ortiz are walking right by me, and I'm like, "What's up, guys?" Like, yo. But yeah, that was like the only time I've ever had like, besides that a Red Sox game, obviously,
right?
Like, having David Ortiz right in front of me, like, damn. Like,
it's cool. I met Ortiz a few times in my life, but the last time I actually got to talk to him and shake hands was actually the day before my wedding. So now it's nice. Back to back before like some of the biggest milestones of one's life, right?
Yeah, of course.
That's awesome. Yeah, he's still on like my bucket list of guys to meet. He's
awesome, dude. Yeah. Awesome, dude. Oh, yeah, and Britt wanted me to make sure I mentioned that he smelled really good too. So
I bet he does. Yeah, I mean, David Ortiz is up there. He's like Tom Brady. Like that's your Boston icons. It's
the GOAT.
David Ortiz and Tom Brady.
I'm rocking the Ortiz jersey tonight. The World Series championship one from 13.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Had to. Yeah.
Is that gold stitching?
Yeah, it's from the ring ceremony in 14.
So I was gonna say that they also did that in 05 for the 04 World Series.
Yeah,
without the patch.
And in 18.
Right.
I think they do that for every World Series team.
Right.
Yeah, they do.
But they usually include the patch, and I believe in 05 they did not include the 04. I could be wrong on
that. They also in 05 they only wore it for the pregame ceremony. They didn't wear it for the actual game. But and then in 08 I don't think they did it for the 07 team. But then in 14 and 19 they wore it for the game and lost both those games. So I don't know what that has to say about it, but.
I'm going to put out another quote tweet of this and see if we can get some people in here.
Yeah.
Because our viewers went from like 11 on YouTube to 1. Once this game started, I'm going to see if we can get more people back in here.
Come on, Wilson.
James, are you ahead of us or not? Like, what's the count? Because you were last time.
1 and 2 on Contreras.
That's what I'm at now. I have Peacock as well now, so
okay, yeah.
I actually am watching the game as if it took me 15 minutes to get it on.
Also, when I'm watching my iPad, I'm more caught up to you guys than if I'm watching on my other screen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hold on. So, Will, did you have anything you wanted to bring up from this series? I know Jake Bennett, we talked about him. Peyton Tolley bringing the perfect game into the 7th or 6th or whatever it was.
Big swing there.
That is a big swing.
But yeah.
I don't want to bring the vibes down, but I can't bring myself to believe in this team or think that this is a run of any kind, right? This is like essentially AAA Yankees, right? It's like, yes.
I mean, they're still a good team, but it's
100%.
They're not the same without Judge.
But Judge, Stan, Grisham, like you're missing a third of that lineup. Yeah. And Ben Rice looks like, I don't know what version of Ben Rice we're getting this time around, because this is not MVP caliber Ben Rice.
Ben Rice sucks against lefties, and you kind of threw Peyton Tolley, Connolly early, and Jake Bennett against him. So I understand, but it's also like you can't let Ben Rice beat you no matter what. So maybe they're pitching him better than I don't know. But yeah, I'm still scared of Ben Rice. I'm a lot more scared of him when we're playing in Yankee Stadium than I am at Fenway Park.
Sure.
Well, what I was saying to Nick earlier, it's obviously if you had beaten Colorado or taken 2 out of 3, whatever it may be, you'd be on much more of a high, and the schedule coming in with the Nationals and then going on the road trip to the Angels, the White Sox, and then the Mets. Like you're playing other bad, and the Nationals aren't bad like these other teams, but you're playing other teams that are bad. Obviously, the Nationals are the
best offense in baseball.
Yeah, correct. They just don't have a bullpen
or starting pitching either. But
I'm sure Taboni's going to want to come into Fenway and serve some revenge to his former team. But after the National Series, you play 3 bottom feeders. You are also a bottom feeder, so I'm not saying the Red Sox aren't, but it's just tough because if you do go on a run, they might talk themselves into buying. You're still not good. Like that. That's the problem.
You can't talk yourself in going on that this team is good if they just lost 2 out of 3 to the Rockies. You just cannot. If you are coming into tonight, we brought this up. If you came into tonight with a chance to go 7 games in a row, with shades of last year, you go to Colorado, or you face the Rockies, you face the Nationals, and you go on this run. Maybe you could have talked me into it a little bit if you're closer to 500, but no. Yeah, you're still a bad team. And it's like we were talking about it earlier. You still have like 6 or 7 teams in front of you before you even get to that last wild card spot. It's like,
yeah.
It's
tough.
Yeah. And I like how, again, it was Breslow's comments. I think it was on Friday, game 1 of that Colorado series. And he was like, hey, like, I still believe in this team going on a run. And then you lose 2 out of 3 to the Rockies, where you had leads in all 3 games, right? Like, just despicable performance in Colorado.
Yeah. And there goes Bellinger. Down the line, is it going to stay fair?
You are a little ahead of me. I got the same coming in now.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, you're good?
Ooh. Is that gone? That's way gone. No, it's not.
I didn't think he got it based off his reaction. Like, he kind of put his head down and started jogging, but you never know at Fenway.
With that swing and his swing is so long. Yeah.
That's a homer at Yankee Stadium, you know?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Look how far in the corner he had to go for that.
So I know a lot of people have been talking about this, but the NBC broadcast compared to the ESPN Sunday Night Baseball, I like it better.
Yeah.
The ESPN broadcast is horrific. The commentators.
You talking about yesterday?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, not Sunday Night Baseball, but yeah, right.
I'm talking about like in the past.
The generalities. Yeah.
But
honestly, I haven't watched a ton of the NBC broadcasts. And the 2 that we've been on, obviously this and then the Rangers one, we were streaming until like the 3rd inning of the Rangers game. We're going to be streaming most of the night. I haven't really gotten to listen. But what I did, listen to when we were on against Texas, Rizzo was great, obviously. Benetti does a really good job. And I think tonight, Middlebrooks, and then who from the Yankees is in the booth?
I don't think there is a Yankees guy in here tonight.
It's just Middlebrooks, because I know when they were playing the Rangers, they had Merloni, and they had one of the Rangers guys. I could put the sound on for a second, check it, but I think I saw the graphic. It was just Middlebrooks. It's the only name I like. No such thing, Will. That's a good point. They all count. That red seat out here, red seal. Oh my God, it's the same one home run. I don't know. I can't tell who it is. Let's see.
I mean, I know it was Lou Maroney last time, so I like.
Oh, it's Roger Clemens.
Oh yeah, the Rocket. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I don't know if I consider that I mean, yeah, he's a Yankee guy, but is he the Yankee
He's repping the Yankees there. Yeah. Because we have Middlebrooks there.
He's also one of us.
Yep.
I honestly think he likes us more, like at this time. Like that's
he definitely does more with the Red Sox organization for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. He still does the Jimmy Fun. Nice pitch.
Will, we were talking about it. You think Sonny Gray's an all-star?
Only comparative to the rest of the Red Sox, yes. But on like an actual playoff contender, like borderline. But yes, for the Red Sox, I do think so.
I know, but stats-wise,
I think you should talk about the numbers.
I don't think he gets in, though.
Oh, nice pitch there.
For an all-star nod?
Like, do you think he gets – because the pitchers are chosen by the managers, right?
No, it's chosen by the players. Yeah. The managers don't choose anyone. It's the
like
players.
Stats-wise, yes, I can see him being an all-star, yes.
I do, too.
There's 8 pitchers that are chosen.
And pitchers drop out a lot.
Yeah, the players vote on all the reserves, all of the pitchers, and then the commissioner's office elects 5 to 7 from each league, depending on if teams need representatives. If there's an egregious snub in the player and fan voting, that sort of stuff. Like at first base, if Vladdy wins the fan vote and Rice gets the players nod, because the way the players nod works is if the guy who finishes in first wins the fan vote, the guy who finishes in second for the players vote automatically gets that nod. If not, it's just whoever the players voted for first. Like the commissioner's office will step in and put Kurtz on the team. That's how that would work.
Tell me how Alejandro Kirk is, I think, leading or maybe number 2
games
because
as a catcher. Well, because he has a country Canada behind him. Right.
It's just like the year after the Royals went to the World Series and they voted their whole team in except for Omar Infante. Like, it's a bad system. I don't really care. If you asked me this when I was 15, 16 years old, I would have been livid, tweeting all day about it. But it's gotten to the point where I don't care if these guys make the All-Star game, and they care more than I do.
But it matters for Hall of Fame stuff.
It matters for them.
It matters for contracts, Hall of Fame, like whatever.
It doesn't matter to me, but it does matter to them, and I understand why people get upset about it. But
yeah,
I hate the egregious ones like Alejandro Kirk.
Now, that's crazy.
If Ben Rice has to start the All-Star game over Nick Kurtz, I'm okay with that. Like, Ben Rice deserves to be an All-Star. But Alejandro Kirk, that's one you get mad at. I agree with you on that.
Yeah. The All-Star game has just become so not unwatchable.
Ernie Clement or whatever.
He's automatically starting since he got the most votes out of anyone in the AL. Yeah,
that's so it's ridiculous. Stupid. I have him in 2 fantasy teams too.
Second base is a bit of a weaker position. I think he definitely there's consideration for him to start. The fact that he got the most votes in the American League is wild.
It's also Shohei's going to be the DH, but he might start the game. It's like
that's going to be Sanchez in Philly.
So my buddy sent me this graphic. I don't know how well it's going to translate, but Ernie Clement and Shohei Ohtani.
I think Fox Sports tweeted that out. No, I think Sanchez
so stupid.
At home. I know Miz probably right now would.
I'd like to see Miz start it, but we'll see.
Nice 1-2-3 inning for Gray though. 6 up, 6 down thus far. Mixing in all the pitches nicely. I think something to watch for tonight is how the pitch mixage is utilized. The cutter's been the most used pitch this year at 20.8. Four-seamer not far behind at 20.1%, and the sweeper at 19.1. So it's really been those three, followed by the sinker at 17.7% and the curveball at 16.8%. So, obviously has 2 strikeouts tonight, 1 on the cutter, 1 on the sinker. So we'll see how this evolves throughout the night, but definitely something to watch in this start.
I'm about to send my tweet
we're about
out.
To see the season debut of Romy Gonzalez against Rodon.
Let's go deep.
Don't worry, the season's saved.
Yeah, the utility player is going to save the season. I mean, I love Romy Gonzalez. I really do. But it's like he's still a utility player. That's what he is. It's what he's always been.
Yeah, and people act like he's
good player. Yeah. Like he's the
he's
way
fine
they built
player.
The way they built this team, they need that lefty masher, and they kind of made that an important part of the team. So it's like, I'm glad he's back. Hopefully he's able to rekindle some of what he did last year. Obviously, huge vibes guy, keeps everything loose in the clubhouse, and is, I think is an important part of the team, but probably they've made him more, they put him on more of a pedestal than he probably needs to be.
He's super close with Roman Anthony. That's part of it.
Cello, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, maybe that's a guy you need to get back in the clubhouse when you're leaning so much on Roman Anthony and Marcelo, but now they're both gone and injured, so whatever. Will, you weren't here when we talked about the Marcelo Meyer injury. Yep. I guess the 2 big surprises was Romy Gonzalez and Mickey Gasper going back down. I think that was the right move. I really do. And then it was Marcelo Meyer going down. And there's talk now that Trevor Story will be back before Marcelo Meyer. Does Trevor Story slot back into the shortstop position when he's back?
Last I checked, and correct me if I'm wrong, but Story is estimated back right after the All-Star break, right?
So I saw a tweet today that it said, don't expect him back pre-All-Star break.
Right. It was like the 8 to 12 week window. 8 weeks would put him, I think, right after the All-Star game.
Yeah.
If he's back, great. Marcelo's injury obviously worries me. It's very similar to IKF's too, but obviously it's a bigger hit that Mayer's missing time. We'll have to see. Again, right. Part of me thinks that, are we ever going to see Mayer this season? Is he just done for?
Nah, hopefully.
Not a nod to Mayer himself, but a nod to the Red Sox and how they report.
I think it's really important to get IKF back before the deadline. Just in
absolutely.
Case you want to get that money off the books, even if it is $2 million. And you want to.
He's important for a contender.
He's a great bench piece.
He doesn't fit a need for us, but
his numbers look a lot better than what the eye appeal is on the field too, which people have to remember.
Was it yesterday? I saw some quotes from him. He basically said it's not the organization's fault that I'm in this. He said, these aren't his exact words, but he said I put myself in this position working my butt off more than I ever have been in my career. Basically saying I need to put in starter work, and I overworked myself. That was kind of what he said. He said it in a more professional way, but it was I got myself back to a position where I haven't been back in years.
Yeah.
And I overdid it.
Missed me with that. I mean, you're a professional athlete. You want playing time. Be ready to be playing as much as, he has been. I don't want to hear that.
I don't know what the question was, but it almost sounded like the question was, did the Red Sox do this to you? Was it the Red Sox fault that you're hurt? It's weird because you brought it up because the exact same injury as Marcelo Meyer, and it's injury we don't talk about or ever here. It's what is it, a stress fracture in your forearm? Weird injury, which we don't know how it happened, but we do know how it happened. The same way Roman Anthony hurt himself. He swung a bat.
Yep.
It's weird how this has happened to the Red Sox this year. Is it driveline? Is it something that the Red Sox are telling them to do? I don't know.
Staff. Like it has to be. Like,
it has to be the medical staff. And the fact that these two, Marcelo Meyer and IKF, try to play through this. Why are we playing through these injuries when we're so far out of this race? Especially a guy like Marcelo Meyer. IKF, I don't care what you do to him.
Well, IKF was sat a little, like a few games before actually going on the IL too. Mayer was playing right up until he got placed in the IL too.
We actually didn't bring it up, but the hit piece on Marcelo Meyer that came out a couple hours before he went to the trade
tough scenes.
Oh yeah.
Was that planned?
Yes, it was planned. It was planned by someone in the organization who's
what
pissed
an
off.
Asshole move! Basically calling him a.
They called him soft. The organization's calling him soft.
It could be correct. But the fact that you called him soft and then 3 hours later he's on the IL and you're probably not going to see him for a while. Good point by Bradley here. Costas had that strain 2 years from swinging that, took him out for a while.
Well, here's the other thing is that the person, whoever in the organization is upset about Meyer not playing through things. If Tracy said he was hurt for a few weeks, seems like he was playing through an injury for the last few weeks. So clearly somebody's off on, and it's like, could he do a better job? Sure. But it's like if Tracy said he's been dealing with this for a few weeks, clearly he's been playing through it for the last few weeks because he really hasn't hit the bench since those back spasms in Tampa on June 10th.
Right.
So, Romy grounded out in his first at bat. Did want to say though, he was rocking some sick cleats, the Kobe 6 reverse Grinches. Great look to start the season for Romy. He's always about the style and the flair, but he's got some heat on the feet for sure. Those look great.
I'm not a shoe guy by any means, but Monasterio, when I was there on Thursday, Monasterio was rocking mid white Air Jordan cleats.
Okay, all white or what?
All white.
Nice,
but like mids, right? That's like the height on the ankle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like mid. Those were clean. Yeah. Those were really clean too. And Duran.
Have you seen the reverse Grinches? The Kobe reverse Grinches?
No,
they're red. They're red with green laces, black swoosh. It's an overall clean look. Like Cello rocks the actual sneaker and BP all the time. But nice to see Romy rocking those in his season debut.
Is Jaron Duran a Jordan athlete?
No.
I don't think so. There's not very many of them in major leagues.
I mean, he definitely uses Jordan, but he's not like a specific.
He's not
Jordan
a sponsor. I know, like Derek Jeter was a Jordan athlete. Yeah. Carl Crawford was a Jordan athlete at one point in his career. There's very, very little Jordan-sponsored baseball players.
I liked, I know Siegler just flew out there. I like what he's brought to the team overall. I like the spark. I like the energy. He plays the game the right way. And look, we need more impact overall from just guys in general. Like, we can't have 9 Anthony Sieglers on the team, but it's like, I really do enjoy what he brings to the table. And just like, he's a spark. He's similar to Eaton. Like, let's see what we can do and let's go do it.
And sending down Gasper was absolutely the right move over Eaton or Siegler or any of these other options. I also want to point out too, you guys might have touched upon it and stop me if you did, but I just love that Gasper is the one that sent down. I fully agree with it 100%. But a week or two ago, we were getting told he's going to get more time at catcher against righties, like over Narvaez. Like, come on. Like, do we all forget about those comments and just say, oh, okay, that's baseball. Like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, we're talking about Anthony Siegler. He's been the most fun at bat to watch, in my opinion. So at least in the last week or two, he's fun to watch, and his smile was mile wide when he was interviewed and asked about his home run in post game. Bro, he was going nuts around the bases. He was hyping up the crowd. He just hit his first major league home run against the Yankees. Like, that's the kind of energy you need in this lineup. And I thought he could have been a guy. I also thought Chang could have been the guy that was sent down.
I thought it was going to be Chang.
I had a tweet 2-3 days ago, because I thought it was 2 days ago. So I thought Romy Gonzalez was going to be back yesterday. I basically said, what did I say exactly? Here we go. Let me get to it.
Bradley. I assume Bradley's talking about Siegler. That was a great interview.
I said,
and I'm sure Bradley, there's some added motivation and happiness about him doing it against the team that drafted him in the first round back in 2018.
Yeah. So I said a couple days ago, with Romy Gonzalez scheduled to come off the IL and rejoin the MLB team tomorrow, do we get a one and done DFA for Chang, or do we finally see Romy Anthony transfer to the 60-day IL? And then I said I lean toward keeping Chang because that's the only guy on this active roster that could play shortstop for multiple days at a time, because I don't trust Monasterio at shortstop. I really don't. But was I surprised to see Chang not DFA'd? Yes, I was. I really was. I'm not saying he's a guy. He's not a guy, and I don't think he'll be here for very long. But I was very surprised that they sent down Gasper with how much Chad Tracy likes him. Another issue that kind of popped in my head in the next, it's not an issue yet, but once we get to this trade deadline, and it might kind of say even itself out, but the amount of players the Red Sox have on the 60-day IL, and you have to put them back on the 40-man roster in a few weeks. Who are we DFAing? Who's off this roster?
That's an issue that the trade deadline will sort out.
Well,
and
let's hope.
I agree. And then you get to the guys that are Rule 5 eligible at the end this year in Mikey Romero, Miguel Bleis. Like,
you trade some of those guys.
I think you have to.
That's the whole reason why they traded Jordan last year, because Jordan would be in Worcester right now if he didn't get selected in Rule 5. There would have been no spot for him. And Matz was a big piece into why they got to the postseason, lefty out of the bullpen. So
I think Mikey Romero ends up on this team by the end of the year. I think he's one of the guys they keep. Miguel Bleis is finally starting to turn the corner again. I would be scared to see if somebody snatched him and see if they could take his upside. Everyone else that is Rule 5 eligible, what is it like? It's the Password's younger brother, the catcher.
Yep.
That's a guy you might want to keep. There's a few other names there, but I don't.
There's only so many 40-man spots.
But it's like Trevor Story needs a 40-man spot in a few weeks. Roman Anthony's going to need one. Garrett Crochet is going to need one. Like, these are guys that
I don't know if Crochet's going to need one. They might just
at the end of the season, you have to put him back on the roster.
Sure, but I think like the deadline and all that will end up working itself out. So
Sonny Gray will most likely 100% be gone. Aroldis Chapman will be gone. Those are the two. You got to get a guy like IKF off the roster.
Yeah,
and I need him to come back before you. Yeah. That's one thing you could think about. I think it will even yourself out, like James is saying here, like at the deadline, you'll get a couple of these guys off, but it's something you could think about just when you're thinking about the Red Sox and you're a Red Sox guy and you don't want to talk about how much the Red Sox suck and how they're not playing well. These are things you think about. And it's just kind of popped in my head, like how many guys you have in the 60-day. Roman, you brought it up July 4th. That's the first day back.
When he hit the 60-day.
Yeah.
Do you guys see the visual right now of Rizzo, like literally with the monitors
back
in the dugout,
right next to the Yankee dugout? Yeah, he said the Yankees are kind of chirping him a little bit. I mean, obviously he played under Boone, played with some of those guys, but I think that's a hilarious visual.
Same camera view last inning, Volpe tried throwing something in his direction, and even that throw in the dugout was like 5 feet short.
Yeah.
By the way, really random. Oswaldo Cabrera at bat. He looks like a very young David Schwimmer. Does he not?
Never really thought about it before. But.
Someone mentioned that to me like last year. I think a buddy of mine who's a Yankee fan, and I just can't unsee it.
I'm surprised this guy's still on the Yankees.
Oh, nice pitch. All right, so that's 2 on the sweeper tonight, 1 on the cutter for Gray.
That's a nasty pitch.
Yeah, it was. He tried that sweeper 0-2, and Cabrera was able to lay it off, but not for long.
Yeah, Volpe came and throw trash 15 feet, right?
Bradley, I'm sure a bunch of Yankees fans would chime in on burning Volpe. I'm sure they would all love to. And every Yankee fan that I talk to, that's all they talk about is how they don't like Volpe. So
I saw some Yankee tweets today because it's always on my timeline, and they're talking about hitters the Yankees have developed in the last 15 years, guys they've drafted, brought up, developed. The list was Aaron Judge and Ben Rice. That was the Yankees fans list. And then I saw, it was Yankee fans in the comments, like, who's the guy after that? Like, who's the next closest guy that we developed? And then I saw somebody go, Anthony Volpe.
I mean, yeah,
that guy could be right. Like,
I mean, when you think about it, yeah, they
homegrown Yankees?
That's crazy.
Offensively, yeah.
Cody Bellinger's brought in. Chaz Chisholm's brought in. Like
Grisham brought in. Wells, Austin maybe. Wells. He didn't if he's not sucking this year.
He's had one good year. It's like
right.
Yeah. Speaking of the devil, he's up right now with a 5.10 OPS.
I'm trying to think even like 5 years ago, like who was a Yankees guy that they developed and brought up and this became a really good player. None. It's Ben Rice.
They're hoping Dominguez can turn into something like that. They're hoping Jones
Can stop striking out. Yeah.
Yeah, that hasn't obviously they have hope for Lombard, but yeah, like every year you hear about the next Yankee prospect, and it just never turns into anything. It's an inflated.
Here's Maddie who said Ben Rice. So
yeah,
the list was Aaron Judge and Ben Rice.
Yeah,
and
it was
then
Judge.
After that, who?
Oh, nice catch, Willier.
Oh, he got that
hat tip from Sonny. Yeah, it's after Judge, it's Rice, and aside if there are any Yankees fans in the chat, please chime in. Like anyone besides Judge and Rice that you guys have developed, like offensively, because like when you do think about it, a lot of and more power to them. They're spending the money and they're getting guys. Obviously, the trade for Stanton, going to get Bellinger. I wish we would do something like that. But yeah, I mean, obviously, it seems to be a shorter list.
And if you go,
homegrown guys,
even if you go back to like the last few years, like Giancarlo Stanton, not a homegrown guy. Gary Sanchez. There's the one.
Yeah, I mean, but that wasn't as elongated as I think they would. I mean, I think in a perfect world, Sanchez would still be with the Yankees right now.
Yeah, I would put Gary Sanchez over Volpe though. Like
yeah, I mean,
here we go. And then Maddie,
three really good seasons.
Maddie basically just said Gary Sanchez.
Yeah,
exactly.
So yeah, Gary Sanchez,
17 and 19.
I mean, if you really want to go back to it, like Gleyber Torres was a trade. Like they didn't draft and develop him.
Yeah, I mean that one's tough because they did develop him a bit. Obviously, I think,
but he was a top prospect in the game when they traded for him.
Sure.
So it's a little bit different. Like obviously Aaron Judge, Brett Gardner, like that's a guy that's 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Like it's getting
that's
to a
crazy.
Point
that was 15 years
like,
ago.
Wow. Like I can't think of one. I'm like now I'm gonna go look up some of these old Yankee teams because in my back of my mind,
when you think about
DJ LeMahieu was traded and signed. Like these are guys.
What they're doing with Paul Goldschmidt though, as a leadoff hitter this year,
career revival,
is kind of nuts.
I'm just looking through these.
It's kind of underappreciated too. It's like a leadoff hitter, considering his age and lack of a traditional leadoff spot.
I saw somebody just talking it was a Breslow defender, and it was like if Breslow wasn't the GM of this team, Paul Goldschmidt would be our first baseman. Is that bad? Paul Goldschmidt's raking. What do you mean?
Also,
I understand Wilson Contreras is our best player, but it's would you rather have Paul Goldschmidt, Alex Bregman, or would you rather have Wilson Contreras and Caleb Durbin? I don't know. Maybe.
The amount of Breslow defenders that have come out of the weeds.
It's been everywhere the last 2 days.
Crazy.
I hate it.
It's crazy how beating up on the Yankees at home in June will do that.
Yeah, how about the loss to Colorado, or this offense being so bad that it's just wasting one of the best rotations in the sport?
So I'm right now in the 2014 Yankees. Gary Sanchez is still it. Derek Jeter was the last, just reading through these lineups is Brett Gardner. These are all guys that were never developed by the Yankees.
Nick Swisher, he wasn't developed by the Yankees.
No.
Here we go. Here, Matty has it. So I'm assuming he's a Yankee fan here. To be fair, they're very good at taking underdeveloped guys and making them above average players. Gio Urshela, Luke Voit, Didi. Luke Voit, yes, I agree with you on that one. I think Didi was in a different category because I already think he was a developed major league player when he got traded to the Yankees. He had a few good years in Arizona, but yeah, Luke Voigt's a guy the Yankees definitely unlocked.
Urshela for a couple years.
Urshela a little bit, but he also had a good year with the Angels after that. So it's
no, but I mean, if that was after, then obviously
yeah.
I think they contributed to a lot of it.
Did Greg Bird ever play for a team after the Yankees, or was injuries just
I think he did.
Bird was the future for a hot second, and honestly, in 16 he wasn't bad, and then that homer off Miller in the postseason in 17 that really changed the tide in that series.
I'm back to 2012 here, and I'm still looking at A-Rod. Jorge Posada, 2011. There you go. Robinson Cano. That's your answer.
Robbie Cano, what don't you
Cal,
know? Yeah.
thank you. Cal said that as soon as I was back on the 2011 Yankees and Robbie Cano's on the team. That's the answer besides Gary Sanchez. It's Aaron Judge, Ben Rice,
yeah,
Robbie Cano. There's your third one. It's a really good developed player.
as Connor Wong chases a breaking ball in the dirt and strikes out another changeup from Rodon, I want to get to Bradley's comment. I cry every night as I fall asleep because I know I'm going to dream about what could have been if Breslow got us some offense with this astonishingly sick starting pitching staff. And yeah, you're absolutely right, Bradley. Like this rotation is unbelievable. And if there was just an ounce of competent offense with competent leadership from the front office, it could be so much different. And yeah.
Yeah, Robinson Cano, I like what Bradley said here as well. Like, this is the best starting pitching of my lifetime, if you really think about it. If you, as a whole, the whole group, if you go back to the Jake Bennett's, the Garrett Crochets, you want to stick them in, it's so good. But it sucks how bad they are. So I agree with you here. Matty Bird had 15 home runs and 16, and then he just got hurt every year. Yeah, he was built for Yankee Stadium, Greg Bird. So if he didn't succeed there, I don't understand. Like, I understand why he didn't succeed anywhere else. But yeah, that was the guy that the Yankees fans were hyping up. He was the Volpe. Here we go. Chang's up. Oh, that slipped and almost hit him in the head. But yeah, Cal, you're right about Robinson Cano, I think. But that's so long ago. That's over 15 years, right? Yeah. 2011 is when he left. So that's...
He left after 13.
All right, there you go then. Whatever. Still, that's 12 years ago when he left. So about 30 years since he's been developed. 25, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I'm still looking back at these old Yankees teams. Let's go to 2010. I'm just like Brett Gardner, obviously. Francisco Cervelli. That's one you could say.
Pirates legend.
He was drafted and developed by the Yankees.
Marwin Gonzalez was drafted by what? I know he played for the Yankees. Was he drafted by the Yankees?
I think he was, yeah.
No,
also,
Houston.
Clemens
Houston.
and Middlebrooks right now on the broadcast talking about Smokey Joe Wood. I would like to see what that's in reference to. I just put it on real quick.
Here we go.
But Rodon's locked in early.
Here's a question from Maddie. Here's a question. How can Boston be so bad at scouting the Boston area? How can they let Cam and Rice become Yankees when they're in their backyard? You want to know why? Because the Red Sox don't have a scouting department.
I was going to say just in the scouting department. So I would say the big thing with Schlittler is that he obviously wasn't the guy, coming into that draft that he's become. And even early on in the minor leagues, the Yankees kind of, when he got later in the minor leagues and then obviously got brought up to the big club, they turned him into a lot more of what, like, pre-draft, he did not have this sort of like pro comp. He did not have this sort of like projectability, it was, and he put on a lot of weight, a lot of muscle, like, good on him. He worked hard and he did exactly what he needed to do. But like, it was, and obviously he played in the Cape Summer League. It's not like it's just like he was from Boston. Obviously he played in the Cape Cod Summer League, what was a top arm. It was just one of those things where, they, at the time they, it wasn't just the Red Sox. There were a lot of teams that didn't see it with him. Obviously the Yankees believed in him and it's worked out quite well for them thus far.
Have you guys been keeping track of Carlos Rodon's swings and misses already? He's at 12.
Yeah, he is. He is pitching very well.
12 through okay. To be fair,
yep.
This one up here. To be fair, Schlitters could barely hit 90 in college, and Ben Rice was struggling in the Cape before his draft. Yeah,
Schlittler was a much different guy pre-draft.
Ben Rice was also a catcher. It's a different. I understand Maddie's comment here. It's just like, you don't draft from your backyard if you take the best player available.
No, but like, independent of him being from Massachusetts, like, Schlittler was not a guy that was he was not a dude coming into the draft. He was drafted in 7th round?
Yeah. So that's what I kind of understand where Maddie's coming from. Like, if these are guys that are late round draft picks and they're in your backyard, maybe there's
another strikeout for Rodon. So there's 13 right there.
About fucking time he's pitching well. I mean, yeah, he's been hurt early this year. Yeah, Carlos Rodon, I know. This is the anti-lefty lineup for the Red Sox tonight. No Jarren Duran. Romy Gonzalez is finally back. So this is the lineup. If you're going to hit lefties, it should be tonight. But yeah, Carlos Rodon looks great.
Yep.
Yeah. So awesome. I guess what's Cal saying here? You watch videos of him in college, and he's the worst thing you've ever seen in your life. Yankees fully went with the projectable frame with him, and they struck gold. He's talking about Schlittler tonight.
I mean, correct. I mean, that is what happened, though. Like, he was a guy pre-draft. He was not at, like, this wasn't just something that the Red Sox didn't believe in. Like, there were a lot of teams that were like, they looked at a skinny kid and, his location, the velocity was what it was. It was, he could barely hit 90, like Cal said. He wasn't, exactly a
The
big swing
draft
and miss
is
guy.
such a crapshoot, honestly. So it's like, I understand what you're saying, these guys in your backyard, but he went to Northeastern. This isn't like a guy that went to LSU. It's not a guy that went to like Ole Miss. This isn't your SEC baseball guy.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of another guy that was in our backyard, Michael King, and obviously he was a Yankee until the Soto trade, but it's like, obviously from Rhode Island, pitched at BC. I think he wanted to come back to the Red Sox and come back home this offseason. Obviously, we didn't pay for him. Obviously, pitching hasn't been the issue, and that's probably worked out fine. But it's like there's another example of it right there. South Frelick with Milwaukee.
Yep, and then Cam Smith and Matt Shaw too with the Cubs. All these guys are like local that, no bites.
I think here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to bring up Maddie's question again. Here's the question. How can Boston be so bad at scouting the Boston area? How can they let Ben Rice and...
They don't have a scouting department.
So can you make that question about the Marlins? Can you make that question about the Atlanta Braves? Why can't they scout so well in their backyard? It's not the same thing. It's like there's only so many standout athletes in the Boston area that everybody's going to want them kind of thing. It's like when you go down to Miami, you go down to South Florida, you go to Atlanta, you go to Texas. 60% of the draft are from those states, California. Like it's
no, but I think that's his point. Is like there aren't as many guys in the Boston area, so it's about having that advantage.
It's like if you're good in that area, everyone knows about it.
Yeah,
everybody knows about it. It's in local papers. It's everywhere. If you're good in South Florida,
maybe Rice sabotaged his pre-draft interview with the Sox because he grew up a Yankee fan. So
let's see here. Schlittler was 6'5", 185 pounds, which is a huge frame, not very big. I am 5'8", 150-ish pounds. So he's only a couple. If that's the truth, 6'5", 185. That's a skinny kid. So you can believe in him adding strength.
It's Chris Sale.
Yeah,
almost. I think Sale's 6'6", 190, or was when he was here. So I mean, very similar.
Schlittler was a 6'5", 185 pounds. So you can believe in him adding strength, but that's a lot stronger if it's a high school pitching prospect. Not much stock with a college guy. And I understand what Cal's saying here. I'm not sitting here telling the Red Sox had to have drafted Cam Schlittler. It's not a miss. Like the Yankees are good at developing pitchers, at least lately. Like that's what they do. Cam, I understand it. Saw him in college. He was a string bean in 390.
Yeah, like that was just.
But yeah,
that was just the. No, he's talking about Schlittler.
Oh, okay,
yeah. And which makes sense. Like the Yankees, obviously, with all the projectability, they took a chance on him. I think a lot of Red Sox fans like to look back at that draft with hindsight because they look at.
I also
look at who was taken around him.
I think a lot of Red Sox fans care too much of where the guys come from. Like, who cares where they come from as long as they go out on your team?
That's always been my point too, because everyone's like, "Oh, Ben Rice, Cohasset, Matt." I'm like, that means diddly shit when it comes time to drafting players. I understand I understand the point of scouting in your backyard. That's one thing.
But part of it is because the pick before the Red Sox took Caleb Bolden,
right?
And he was a pitcher from TCU. Obviously, hasn't done anything.
Even if the Red Sox had like the biggest scouting department in the world, I'm not sending my guys to Boston. Like, I'm not going to go send them to Boston high school games. I'm not going to go send them to the Northeastern. Like, I'm sending them to South Florida. I'm sending them to Texas. I'm sending them to Cali. Like, that's what I'm doing. Like, that's who go and scout bulk guys. You're not sending your guys to go look at one player. Like,
well, you have regional and area scouts. You can send them anywhere, but they would start with
not anymore.
Being able to send scouts anywhere. Yeah, I think that's the bigger discussion. Looks like we've got a pitcher's duel tonight, and it's quite nice through three plus now. Gray at 43 pitches. 10 up, 10 down thus far. I probably just jinxed it. Rice is going 475 to the bleachers in right center. But
Cohasset native.
Yeah, that's my biggest thing. It's like I do not care where these guys. And that Brody pitcher, the big lefty who's huge and he's also like a Boston guy. Everybody's obsessed with him. Like, first
North
off,
Halboro kid,
he's not going to fall to the Red Sox. And if he does, I'm not drafting him just because he's a Red Sox fan growing up. Like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Where did he commit to college? Was it LSU? No.
I think it was. Let's see what Cal said here. So when teams are scouting him back then, they had to accept him for him truly add strength and become who he is now. It would take him into his mid to late 20s. Yeah, I mean, that's what happens when you draft an underdeveloped college pitcher. Longhorns, Texas from Cal.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Yep.
So yeah, a big time D1 program. Technically, Texas is SEC now, right?
Yeah, they are.
So yeah, another SEC program. He won't be there. He won't step foot on that campus. Obviously, he's going to be a first-round draft pick, but it won't be for the Red Sox. I think he'll go before the Red Sox pick.
So a recent card show that I set up at was in North Attleboro, where he is from and was pitching and everything. And the amount of people that were like coming up and we were talking game and whatever, and they were like, "Yeah, the Red Sox better draft him." And I'm like why? Like, obviously, yes, he has tons of value, whatever. But they're implying.
Let's go. Let's go.
What's that?
Pitch. And then he did a little Louis Tiant leg.
We're a little behind.
Nice. Yeah, look at that.
Oh, nice pitch from Gray. Got him looking on the fastball. So what's that? Up to 4 strikeouts now for Sonny?
Should be, yeah.
Ball's off. Tap your head, Dominguez. Not. All right. As we head to commercial here, I'm going to go take a pee because I have to go badly, but I'll be right back.
Great.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
If you guys want to talk, go ahead.
Gray has been excellent thus far, and obviously Rodon has too as he comes back out. But Gray through 4 innings now. Sweeper's most used pitch at 19%, followed by the sinker at 18%. The 4-seam and the cutter at 21 and 20. So it's all really right there. But he's been great. One strikeout on the sweeper, 2 on the sinker, 1 on the 4-seamer like we just saw, and 1 on the cutter. So 5 strikeouts thus far for Gray.
Did you and Nick agree that Sonny Gray is an all-star this year?
I think he is. Nick thinks it's going to be tough. A lot of guys opt out. The players vote on this stuff. He's a veteran, so that will help him. And even if I think he gets in as an alternate. I don't know if he gets in as one of the 8 pitchers, but like when you look at a lot of the American League pitchers, I'm going to pull up the stats right now. It's like there is a legit argument for him to make it.
For Sonny Gray?
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at his game log too. Just unreal June, unreal May. Ever since he came back from the injury, man, he's just been it's been like a better version of himself.
Guys who start on Sunday obviously are ineligible to pitch in the All-Star game.
Yep.
So you have 12 pitchers per side. Usually it's 8 starters, 4 relievers.
Cal says about Bamila, I think Bamila could fall. Teams get pretty scared of high school pitchers. It's definitely different with his projectability and frame, but there are other pitchers above him at the high school level. Girolas from Major Stoneman Douglas. Right. Yeah, Cal, I just watched a video.
Because No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I just watched a video from what was the baseball YouTube channel? Actually, James, go for what we were saying. I'm looking this up real quick.
What I was going to say is obviously from the left side, the projectability of a 6'9" guy, the 20 strikeout no-hitter back in May. People are going to see that and they're going to think Randy Johnson. He's a stud, but obviously the college commit and NIL might scare. I don't know. I think he goes probably in the top 15 or, top 10.
So I want to bring up this comment. I don't know exactly what you guys were talking about.
We were just talking about this comment. We were just replying to it.
Gio Rojas, a guy I've met multiple times. Disgusting. He's like 98 from like here, lefty, fucking gross. But yeah, Marjorie Stoneman Douglas, obviously the same high school that Roman Anthony came from, Anthony Rizzo came from. That is a baseball powerhouse. He will be the first high school arm taken, in my opinion, Gio Rojas. I could see Bamila being number 2. Both lefties, gross. Douglas won, I think, their 7th straight state championship this year with him on the mound. So that's a guy that I'm really high on. He will not fall to the Red Sox. But if Bamila does fall to the Red Sox, I don't even know if they're going to take him. I still don't. Now, the draft is obviously the MLB draft. You draft the best overall player. Like that's what you do in the Major League draft. Do they draft a college bat? I don't know. I wouldn't, especially with how far down they are. Like if you were a top 5 pick and you wanted to go get a college bat, maybe I can make a case for it. But now when you're in the Red Sox you just draft the best guy.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah. That's what you always go for, best available and what's left on the board. obviously sometimes you need to fill a need, but usually, especially in baseball, with how much of a crapshoot it is, that stuff tends to work itself out. Like everyone who's like, "Oh, don't draft another shortstop." It's like
Everybody's a shortstop.
Everyone's a shortstop. They're the best player on the field. They can move positions. Like that doesn't mean they're going to be a shortstop in 4 years when they get up to the bigs.
Like, listen, when you were in high school, you were a shortstop. If you're going to be good enough to play in the major leagues, you're your shortstop, or you're the center fielder, or the starting pitcher.
That high school prospect showcase in Arizona, was it last weekend or whatever? If you look at like the top
Draft
names,
showcase.
Thank you. The draft showcase. It's always just shortstop, or maybe like center field, but then shortstop. It's so funny.
Matt, when you say you packaging him and Chapman together to get a better package or splitting them up, is that with Gray, I assume?
So I'm going to put it up here and see if he responds. But
I assume he's talking about Gray. I would love a package, whether it's Chapman and Gray, Chapman and Contreras, Chapman or Duran, because I think, yes, that does increase the overall value. But I don't know if a team is going to go all in for starting pitching. It might be like Gray and another arm that's available, whether it's Joe Ryan, and you can go. The list goes on. Whether it's again the Cubs, the Braves, the Padres, the same usual suspects that need pitching. Will they want to go get Gray and Ryan or Gray and somebody else that's available, two starting pitchers instead of Gray and Chapman? I think that's the question that a lot of those teams are going to need to answer in the next month. Now, the Red Sox could take care of two needs for them. They could take care of a dominant closer and a legit postseason starter. Willier didn't go. Yeah, he is. He said
I'm going to disagree here a little bit. I do not think that packaging these guys will get you a better return.
It will. No. In the aggregate, it will though, because if you package both of them, you can get a legit top 100.
But I understand. I agree what you're saying, but I think
it limits the suitors, though.
It limits the suitors. So I think you could put a better. I think there's going to be a team out there, 3 or 4 teams that are like, we absolutely want to roll this Chapman, and you can get an absolute bidding war for him alone.
Yeah, I mean,
if you add Jarren Duran into a package for Chapman, I think it's just the suitors go down to 1.
I think with Chapman, you can get a fringe top 100 guy plus 1 or 2 other top 20 guys, and Chapman is probably the only guy you can get a top 100 guy for on the team. So I guess it just depends on who else is in the package.
Right.
But like if you go to the Braves or you go to the Cubs, 2 teams that need both starting pitching and bullpen help with Chapman and Gray, that would be the route to go probably.
Right. If you can get fringe top 100-ish plus 1 or 2 more for Chapman, I'm doing that tonight, tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
I think we all would.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to be lumping Sonny Gray in there and limiting suitors.
I think Chapman is such a valuable resource. I think you're underselling him. And
you can get a top 100 guy for Chapman. It's going to be on the back half of it, obviously, but
do I want to be more optimistic and say you can get like a top 50? Hey, Cal, what do you think? I want to hear you. I know you're a prospect guy. I want to hear what you say.
I think it's going to be in the back half, probably anywhere from 65 to the 100 range. Like Tibbs is probably around the 65 range. I'm not saying Tibbs is coming back for him, but that's probably the range right now that you could get for Chapman.
So I think the best way to look at what you're going to get for these guys is by going back in the similar years and what reliever at this height of how well they're pitching was traded. It's not Mason Miller. It's not that high. You're not going to get a Leo DeVries. But
that was just the Padres. I don't know what Preller was on, but that was also them. And Miller's a dog, obviously. But I think everyone knew that was probably too steep of a price.
So Maddie, here is a question I like for this is a huge question on Red Sox Twitter and all around the league, because I think Willson Contreras will be such a hot commodity. He'll probably be the best bat available if he is available. Now, Willson Contreras is under contract in 2027 and 2028, right?
He's safe. There we go.
The deal is
a club option in 2028. Club option.
So basically, and then there's a buyout. So it's like a $20 million option, and then if you don't pick up the option, you have to buy him out. Basically, it's like the Red Sox haven't had a first baseman in so long that they can count on. Why wouldn't you keep him when he's under contract? Now, I understand both sides where it's like you trade Willson Contreras and you get an absolute haul for him. I think you have to put it out there that you're selling him. Now, I wouldn't sell him unless you get an absolute crazy haul for him. But I think you have to advertise it like, hey, we're selling him I'm not going to make the outbound calls. You make the inbound calls and offer your package. That's how I'd say about Wilson Contreras. That's how I would go about it.
Also, that free agent class too, this coming off season it's pretty weak, right? And to Nick's point too, we haven't had a first baseman. If you get rid of him now at this trade deadline, you're only causing a bigger hole to fill this coming off season too.
But I also get the point of trading him, because if a team is going to get in there and blow you away, and you can really reset the farm, like, go do it. It's
absolutely
it's something that you can't say no to it. You have to weigh both options.
A week or two ago, I think we all agreed that he's not on the do not trade list, but he's not on the need to trade list, right? He's like that middle zone.
Yes.
You could also look at it as like he's having a career year. He's never going to do this again. He hasn't done this in his career, but he's also never played at Fenway Park for 81 games a season. So it's like there's a couple different, again, he's 35. You might not have a season next year, or at least you might not have a full season next year. It's like, I understand what you're saying, Maddie, but it's also, we have no trust in Tristan Casas to ever play a baseball game for this team again. So what's your, and then you have no one else in AAA because you traded Blaze Jordan. You have nobody that could play that position going forward. You gave up on Christian Campbell at first base. So it's like, what are your options if you do trade him? I understand both sides, and I wouldn't be upset if they traded him. But even if you went 2 weeks ago, I was on this side, like, trade him, get the haul. You absolutely can get a haul for him. Now it's like, I understand why you wouldn't want to. I asked Cal.
Yeah, I go back and forth. I think now I kind of do want to trade. I won't be upset if they don't trade him, but it's like, get as much as you can. Like, I know you're not super far away, but like, you're not, 6 years away, but it's also like, see what you can get for him.
All right. I did ask Cal a question because I know Cal's a big prospect guy, and that's his big focus here. I doubt you can get a prospect currently in the top 50. You have to do it like the Marlins did when they traded Tanner Scott to the Padres. You need guys who are back end that you could believe can shoot up the rankings. Robbie Snelling was a back end top 100, and now he's floating around the top 25.
It's a tough break for Snelling. He got Tommy John back in May. But obviously his rise has been huge he got drafted. I don't know if it was end of the first round or beginning of the second. I don't know if it was a comp pick at the end of the first round. I'm pretty sure beginning of the second round, late 30s, early 40s by San Diego in 22. But yeah, his rise is obviously he's really jumped up the rankings. So yeah, you'd have to get a back end top 100.
I'm not 100% familiar so he was traded in 24, right?
Correct. Missouri was also part of that trade. San Diego sent 4 guys.
It was Adam Missouri.
It was Adam Missouri. I think they sent Graham Pauley as well. So it was, and then one other guy as well.
I worked for the Marlins in 23, the year they made the playoffs, and Tanner Scott was like the best reliever in the world at the time. I did leave the organization in 24, but I have another question for Cal here as well. The Marlins are 4 games above 500. They're, I think, tied for the last wild card spot in the National League. Are the Marlins sellers or are they buyers?
No, I know you're asking Cal. I think they want to get back to the playoffs. They're going to be buyers.
I don't think so. Now, I hope they do. I really do, because they're like the team that's around me right now. It would be nice to see a little bit of like emotion from their fan base. I know they don't have much of one, but it would be nice to see them get back to the playoffs.
I completely agree with Cal about getting Pedro Ramirez from the Cubs if that's the route the Red Sox decide to go. Hey, there we go.
Nice, let's go.
Do you think there's a better chance you get him for Sonny Gray, or do you get him for Chapman? Because it gets down.
Chapman. It's got to be Chapman.
Look at Contreras like yelling.
He was fired up. Let's go.
What is Rodon pissed about?
Great at bat there.
I think they all hate Wilson Contreras. Does anybody translate this one for me?
No.
And I'm gonna get rid of this.
Yep.
Never mind.
Let's go, Durbin.
So Pedro Ramirez from the Cubs would be an awesome get for Chapman, especially considering the fact he's MLB ready and blocked by all the Cubs' highly paid infielders. Yeah. Yes. I'd like
Durbin.
it.
Head first slide. He's safe. Don't hurt that pinky. Come on now.
Or hurt the pinky because after he dislocated it, Homer game.
That I'm playing. It is buzzing at Fenway right now.
Should I block this guy?
Yep.
He's blocked. See ya. All right, he's blocked. I guess
we will get back. I say we get back to the prospect talk in a minute. Let's focus on this.
Yeah. Now the Red Sox are up 2-0 here with a runner on second base,
and we'll get back to Matt's comment about after as well about moving Roman to first.
Okay.
Potentially.
Yeah.
But yeah, we will get back to both of those after.
Tyler Milliken just tweet. I don't know if you guys noticed, but that Durbin hit was the first hit of the game.
Yep.
Yeah. Couple walks.
Welcome back, Bradley. The Red Sox take a 2-0 lead.
The chance your boy Siegler's up, Bradley. And also the sacrifice bunt by Gonzalez was huge, getting both runners over.
Next time we do this, we got to sync up our TVs because we're on. It's like Will's or James's one, then Will's a little bit behind, then
I can like back up on mine.
No, you're good.
No. Nick, I think you and I are at the same speed.
Can you delete them from them?
Come on,
let me check. Give me a second.
I do it from Restream.
Oh, I don't know. No,
This is an interesting comment from Cal.
I can block him. I can't delete the
Here. I'll look into it.
I think the Marlins are in kind of the same position as the 2024 Sox, where the contention year is a little early. At least the front office, I think they could do a mix of both by maybe looking for a controllable bat, but also trading for some MLB ready guys. Sandy and Fairbanks come to mind. Yeah, absolutely. I also think Cal, like, you can look back to the 23 Red Sox as part of that and the Justin Turner for Edward Cabrera trade. I think both teams kind of didn't know what to do. Both front offices didn't. And that was a squandered opportunity by the Red Sox not trading Turner for Cabrera, at least from the Red Sox side of things. And the Marlins are probably happy that didn't happen.
Yeah, so I can give a little bit of feedback on that. That was a 100% real trade.
Yeah.
And it was more going back to the Red Sox. So I'm pretty sure Jake Eater, who was traded to the White Sox for Jake Berger, was also going to go back to the Red Sox in that trade. He's obviously not done much in his major league career since he's been up in the major leagues, but that was also, from what I understand, was going to go back to the Red Sox for Justin Turner in 2023. Now, this is a totally different regime where Peter Bendix and Kim Ng back in the day. Kim Ng was more of an old school general manager or executive, while Peter Bendix is more of a analytical kind of guy. Yeah, more new age kind of guy. So maybe Cal is correct here as they do a little bit of both. I brought it up to James. Will, do you remember this by any chance? I think it was in the first show, and I don't know why we were talking about the Marlins at all. But I said, oh, here they're back. Where did that comment from Cal go? I don't know.
They're both in there.
Okay. I said in the first
good at bat, Siegler from down 0, and Durbin stole third.
On the walk?
Yeah.
Wow. So what I was saying, Will, I don't know if you remember, was I don't know why I said this, but I said in the first show of the season, the Marlins would head into the trade deadline as a wild card team, and Peter Bendix would sell everybody. Now, it's almost come true. Is he going to sell? I don't know. But why were we talking about that? Do you have any recollection of why we were bringing up the Marlins?
Jeez. That must have been like the first week of the season kind of deal. I vaguely remember you talking about it, but I don't remember the context.
Now, it's almost becoming right. They're 4 games over 500. I don't think they're going to win a World Series or anything, if even make the playoffs. But it is a surprise. Siegler putting up a good at bat. I've been so impressed by his at bat.
Yeah, this is a big spot here. This is where the Red Sox, they've struggled this year in terms of breaking the game open a bit. Let's see what they can do here. Obviously, trying to just calm Rodon down, get him back in the dugout. I'm pretty sure mound visits going on, but
I hate to bring up the word in the jinx, but the Red Sox have had a couple of these lately.
Yeah.
We've been toying with them.
Don't say it.
I'm not going to say it here. But
I know, but like I like the way they manufactured runs this inning. Obviously, Durbin with 2 stolen bases, the sacrifice bunt by Romy Gonzalez before the 2-run single from Durbin. It's playing more small ball, playing to their strengths, and seeing.
But being able to play the small ball like this entire Yankee series they have been doing, it's like it makes those the rare power that we do see every now and then like that much more worth it.
I feel like Paul Blackburn pitches every day.
Yeah.
Give me another Wong Dong. Break this thing open.
Realistically, do we see another Wong homer this season?
Yes.
You think so?
Rob Bradford just tweeted, tonight's guest in the GM box with Craig Breslow is Clay Buchholz.
Nice.
Were they boys back in the day? I bet they were. I don't know how, but
they probably were.
Yeah, they were
all 4. Good eye.
World Series team.
Good eye. All right. Is Chang going to come through? Honestly, I wouldn't hate if they pinch hit for him here. This is a big spot.
In the fourth?
With who?
Monasterio.
In the 4th inning?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Chang probably shouldn't be on this roster.
I gotta say, Instagram recommended me his girlfriend or wife's post of him making his Red Sox debut. That was really cool.
No disrespect to him. I hope he makes me eat my words. But there's Cladro. Nice Cladro sighting. Him and Brez are laughing. 2013 teammates, World Series champions. Was he eating some fried chicken with that beer?
Bro, Chang's batting stance is a little weird.
Sorry, 2011 Red Sox. I had to make that reference.
He is drinking beer. What is Breslow drinking?
They order some Popeyes with it, too?
Dude, he looks possessed. I don't know. Imagine we just saw that clip and Breslow's pounding beers.
I mean, Clay can do whatever he wants. It looks like there's someone next to Clay, too.
There's definitely someone behind him.
Yeah. And the GM, the front office box is not that big. You can probably fit like 10 to 12 people in there. So
I've been in one. So when I worked for the Marlins in 23, Kim Ang once a month did a
big missed opportunity.
Yeah, I'm a little behind here, but yeah, I'll send my little story. So about once a month, Kim Ang used to do a front office staff like get together in her suite, which I thought was really cool. Like you could come up there and just talk baseball with her if you were like a front office member, and she would just let anybody they wanted into her suite. Not anybody you wanted, but like anyone with credentials could come into her suite, spend 10, 15 minutes with her, hang out, talk baseball, and then leave. So that was a really cool experience for me. To be honest, I didn't take much advantage of it. It's just felt a little awkward just hanging in there with Kim Hang, but like, it's something cool that it's like I've been an owner or I guess an executive suite. Got to hang out with her, and I wasn't just me and her. I'd bring a couple other people with me, but it's like, yeah, it's something cool. Yeah, I don't know if I would have pinch hit there, but I understand what you were saying.
This is the story. This is the story of the season. Not coming through with guys up, but
yep.
Maddie here, Yankees guy goes, don't worry, the office isn't doing crap lately. You're good. Yeah, I mean, this team's totally your Yankees team is totally different team without Aaron Judge. Like,
they're certainly capable of putting up runs in an instant, right? Like,
I mean, with the way Sonny Gray's been pitching lately, I understand how great he is, and with your lefties, like Jazz Chisholm's a guy that can run into a ball. Bellinger's a guy that can run into him. If you're neutralizing those powerful lefties with your Peyton Tolles, your Connolly Earlys, like this is a team that could, like, I understand why they're not doing it, but here we go, Bradley. That's such a great story, Nick, and such a great example of exceptional leadership. Yeah, we could talk about the Kim Eng firing and the philosophies all you want. What I understood was they wanted to hire Peter Bendix over her, and she basically said, screw you in the Ben Cherington role, like get me out of here. I'm not doing that. It sucks she never landed on her feet in a major league job. I know the Red Sox wanted to offer her an interview, and she turned it down back in the day, a couple years ago. But yeah, I bet she's doing well. I think she's doing something in college softball, if I'm sure. if I'm right. I don't know. I can look it up what she's doing now. But yeah, I thought she'd be someone that would land on her feet, at least in some sort of front office job if she really wanted it. But maybe she didn't want it.
Stat that's shown on the broadcast right now: the Yankees are hitless through 4 innings in 3 straight games for the first time since April 30th through May 2nd since 1963. So there you go. It's been a long time since they haven't recorded a hit in 4 innings of 3 consecutive ball games.
So Kim Ng is the commissioner of the Athletes Unlimited Softball League, which I thought this was the Australian league because it's AUSL. That's what their initials are. I don't know. If we go back to that, it was a bad look. The Marlins had just made their playoffs for if you really want to think about it, it was the first time in a full season since 2003 when they won the World Series. So 20 years, 2023 to 2003. They didn't make the playoffs in 2020, which was a fake season. And then they basically let her go after making the playoffs. It's a bad look. She was the highest woman executive in professional sports at the time. Obviously the highest in baseball ever. It was just a bad look that they kind of wanted to hire someone over her. But yeah, I don't know if I would have wanted her to lead the Red Sox. It would have been a very different change of pace, but I was surprised she declined that interview back a few years ago.
Matt, I know you were talking about the Yankees offense not doing much. Just showed the notable injuries on the broadcast with Judge out, Stanton out, Grisham out, McMahon out. In your opinion, what do you think they need to get at the deadline to really reinforce themselves? Obviously, Judge is going to be coming back. You think Stanton's going to be coming back. Grisham should be back relatively soon, but who would you, as a Yankee fan, who would you like them to target to kind of reinforce things offensively? And obviously, Fried still out, heel as well on the pitch again. But if there's anyone that you think can jolt the offense, it would be interesting to see.
If Clark Schmidt can stay healthy too, I think.
Yeah, that was the last guy they showed on there. Yeah, because it's really 7 notable injuries. But,
so it's like, what position do you think they go after? Like that?
Yeah, that's kind of what I want to ask him and any other Yankee fan. Like that's kind of the tough part is because Jones really hasn't done much, so it's like that roster spot is going to be, and I think they're going to view Lombard as an addition to, as a trade deadline acquisition because I would presume he'll be up to try to, get a spark or get some offense going.
If I had to answer it, I would probably say the left side of the infield, the shortstop, third base spot.
Swing and a miss.
But they could go an outfielder.
On the sweeper.
Ryan Jeffers.
No surprise, another strikeout for Spencer Jones. Fifth of the night for Gray.
Let me answer this question from Bradley here. I'm curious with your insight, what kind of grade would you give her and what were her strengths and weaknesses on the field? So I think Kim Ng was very good with communicating with her major league staff or major league team. I do think she was very non-analytical, old school-ish way. If I went with strengths, I think the fact that she wanted to add payroll to a Marlins team could be a strength. I know that's really weird to say. Here's what Cal says. Kim Ng, great leader. Bendix has done great with Miami, though. He's like a 90th percentile Chaim Bloom. I know they basically didn't Peter Bendix basically replace Chaim Bloom once Chaim Bloom went to the Red Sox? Peter Bendix went into Bloom's role, and then Bendix went into the Marlins role. I guess her strengths were wanting to win. She was a winner. I agree with you on that. I think she was a winner. I think she wanted to win. I do think she was very Chaim Bloom-esque, where it was like defense didn't matter to her, if that makes any sense. Where Chaim Bloom would just stick guys in random positions and think it would work out, like Kike Hernandez at shortstop, Christian Arroyo in the outfield. I think she did a lot of things like that. Like Jorge Soler was playing every single day in right field for her. That's something you can't do if you want to win games in the playoffs. Like, I agree with you on that. Like, I don't know. She definitely had her weaknesses. I do think she was going to gut that system if she had a chance to. Like, I think she wanted to build to that 2023 team where if you really broke it down, they were a lucky team that made the playoffs with a about even run differential. But I don't know. I don't know if she would have been great in this Boston market. So Maddie goes here. Jeffers from the Twins has been rumored. For all the Yankees reporters to have him rumored already shows how big of an interest there is there.
And Cal said Jeffers as well. Yeah, Jeffers has been linked to the Yankees, I feel like, for weeks from Heyman.
And it makes so much sense, too.
Yeah, they need an upgrade behind the dish. It's just a matter of him getting healthy.
And also have like an actual righty catcher, like that could hit righty, too.
Now, if the Yankees ever moved on from Austin Wells, I'd be interested.
You'd be interested in the Red Sox getting him?
I'd take him if there was like a.
I just, even like Cal mentions, like the Sox should go after Jeffers in the offseason. I just don't see that happening. I don't look at catcher and going like, all right, we need to invest heavily in that position.
I do.
Upgrade, yes, but not like that's not a major point for me. I think we're gonna have bigger holes.
Yeah.
It's really going to be what happens at this deadline. If they trade Wilson Contreras, they're going to have the biggest hole at first base.
They also just showed on the broadcast most strikeouts since 2023 on a specific pitch, and Gray has 368 on the sweeper. It's third most in baseball on any specific pitch. It was somebody else, and then Gray. Oh, just missed. Surprised they didn't challenge that one.
Maddie says he thinks they're going to make a run at Skubal. I think the Yankees will be in on it, obviously. I don't think they end up with him. But yeah, I do think the Yankees will obviously be in on the Skubal conversation. I just think other teams will put together the better package and end up with him.
Dodgers, Braves.
Yep.
Here we go. He'd mostly be catcher 2/DH, and I think he'll get less than people think. He's talking about Jeffers.
Yep.
I'm visualizing the most recent JT Realmuto contract, $345. I think everybody in the world thinks that JT Realmuto contract was an absolutely insane overpay.
That's just because of the age, though. I mean,
I'm a guy that I think JT Realmuto brings other things besides just his catching abilities. He's to like the game. Like I wouldn't have been upset if the Red Sox targeted JT Realmuto and signed him. Now, if they gave him the 3 for $45, I might have been a little upset.
Roll that.
But
there was 2 outs anyway, so it didn't matter. All right.
Let's see if I can get this thing to go faster.
Gray's cooking.
I'm behind. I just saw this double play that you thought was a double play.
Yeah, I forgot there were 2 outs.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm visualizing the most recent JT Realmuto contract. I'll be honest, I don't think Ryan Jeffers gets that much. He might. You never know. Also, this offseason is going to be insane when we don't know what's going to happen with the lockout and everything like that. So I don't think Ryan Jeffers is going to be like the first guy off the board. Like, I think if we do get a lockout and we miss a significant time, it's going to be like that. I think we're going to get a lot of activity early until, was it December 1st? Is that the lockout date?
Yeah, December 1st. So November 30th at 11:59.
You're going to get a lot of action in November. Then you're going to get locked out most likely. And if they end up unlocking, you're going to get a huge flurry of action in March or April or whenever it happens. So, yeah. Sonny Gray's a national treasure. It could also be like the Garver contract with Seattle. I don't 100% remember the Mitch Garver contract, but wasn't it only like 2 for $18 or something like that?
Yes.
That could be a possibility. Cal, if you know the numbers off the top of your head, go ahead. But that's kind of what I'm thinking of. Maddie here, I guess this is about Skubal. No, I don't either. I think Dodgers get Skubal. I think Yankees end up with Jeffers and a hater type. They need to go in all in now, though, but Cashman probably won't. I think they go in. I do. I think they go in. They'll trade for people. Hater, the Astros have come out recently and said they're buying. So I don't think that's going to happen. Garver got 2 for $24. So that's $12 million a year. Is that the guy? So do you want the Red Sox to go commit that much money a year to Jeffers? Maybe it will be valuable. I don't know, but that's not what at the top of my list.
Again, all depending on the trade deadline. It's like I just see so many other gaps that we should put that money toward than a catcher too, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I love what Bradley said here. Craig just keeps raising his trade value for the last 6 weeks. That's what we say.
Get him on the All-Star team. Get him everything to keep that value going up. 5 no-hit innings tonight. He's been awesome.
And keep him healthy.
Fun to watch.
Exactly.
James brought it up.
I brought it up before this past inning.
I know. He said I don't know.
He said it, though. He said it.
He said the word.
Good job, James. Way to go.
I said it last inning, too.
He's going to
and I'm a believer in the jinxes too, but you still gotta. He's not out on the mound right now.
We got a Travelers Championship playoff
at 9 a.m. tomorrow.
Why are they not still playing? Scotty Scheffler and Victor Hovland, two big names in the golf world, at least.
At 9 a.m. tomorrow. That's going to be some good
They
Monday
probably
morning.
ran out of time tonight.
Yeah, probably just got
sunlight. Here we go. Yeah, I think it's fine. Deal $12 million a year is a round backup money now, and Jeffers is good enough to start around 130 games a year, and he'll be productive. It's not the thing I'm gonna harp on. It's like I'm not gonna go get a backup catcher for $12 million. It's not the issue. It's the issue is if you trade Wilson Contreras, who's gonna replace that production? You still need a guy. You got to get rid of Jarren Duran, something, or I don't know. There's so many different ways you can go. We still don't know who's going to be in charge of the deadline. I mean, I think we do know who's going to be in charge of the deadline.
Yeah.
But who's going to be in charge in the offseason? Who's going to be in charge next year? Are we really going to fire our GM or CBO heading into a lockout? Because you can't. I think that's a lot of people don't realize. You can't even just talk to your players. You can't even talk to your executives. You can't talk to anybody if you're in a lockout. So you can't hire somebody new. So if you're going to fire him, it has to be done like in the Chaim Bloom timeline where it's at the end of the season and you need to have your guy hired by the World Series almost because he's going to have a month to go nuts. You're expecting a lockout and then we don't know what happens after that. So there's a lot of questions before we can start talking about backup catchers for $12 million a year.
Something they just mentioned on the broadcast, they called it Star Spangled Sunday. It looks like all 15 games next Sunday will be NBC affiliates, whether it's Peacock, NBC Sports Network. Red Sox play the Angels next Sunday night at 9:38, last game of the day. But definitely something cool that NBC and Peacock are teaming up together with Major League Baseball to do. The day after the 4th and the 250th.
Yeah, it's really cool. Maybe not for us. This is a 9 o'clock game.
Sure, since the 9:30 game on a Sunday, yeah.
But yeah.
But, I mean, hopefully the Red Sox are able to make some headway, in that series. But let's see what Willier can do here. Against Rodon settled back in so far in this inning since the last inning.
Both of Rodon's runs tonight are unearned as well.
They're showing that on these standings right now. The Phillies are only 3 back of the Braves. They have that lead as just
That's crazy.
Have they been playing that bad?
The Braves have gone through a bit of a June swoon. The Phillies are surging. They're 10 games above 500 now after starting 9-19 and firing Topper.
You know what? They were going to be They were going to be good no matter what. So
yeah, obviously Sanchez is shoving, Wheeler's shoving.
Damn, 47-37. I know we brought up the run differential shit earlier, and how annoying it is. But the Red Sox have a better run differential than the Phillies.
Wow.
Yeah, the eye test tells us a lot different.
They have 10 games above 500, while the Red Sox are 11 games under. That is a 21-game difference. Now,
do we think given Gray's pitch count in this one, do we think the Red Sox just let him go until his arm falls off, or do you think they try to get, because he's at 63 right now? So
yes, he goes. I need to see one of these again. I want one of these
like 115 pitch complete game or something, or whatever.
Man, I don't know. Yeah, I think he don't go more than 110.
You can't. I mean, you cannot risk him blowing out his arm this close to the trade deadline. You just can't.
Sure.
Now I can see Sonny Gray being like, "Screw you! I'm not coming out of this game. This is my chance at a no-no." Like,
well, that's different. Yes.
Yeah. I don't think he's ever thrown one, if I'm not mistaken.
No, he hasn't. Cal goes plus any big bat acquisitions coming via trade. Free agent class is not great with bats. I agree with that.
Or it's coming from one of the Giants contracts that they somehow con some team into offloading. Devers 2 bombs last night. He's trying to get his way out of San Fran by just hitting homers
via homer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think they trade for a Matt Chapman. I don't think that's a thing.
No, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what the Red Sox do this offseason. I think there's a lot of vested interest from a lot of teams this offseason, just with the way the season is shaking out. I think a lot of teams don't view themselves as that far away in the contention window. But, obviously we'll see. There's a lot of baseball left between now and the trade deadline. The AL really has two strong teams in New York and Tampa, and then it's kind of everyone else, Cleveland and Chicago in the Central. The West is just muddied waters of who's going to finish with like 83, 84 wins at this rate. Correct, Cal. None of them are any
They're
good.
not great. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I'd take
That's
Chapman on
hence
the team.
like them trying to con someone into it. And Chapman brings the value with his glove, and he's been much better in June. But their only guy of value is Logan Webb, and they obviously don't want to trade him. I think he had like a .71 ERA. But that's the guy who would get them back a huge prospect haul. But they're not interested in trading him, so I don't really know what their plan is.
Yeah, I'd probably welcome Matt Chapman, but again, it's like I don't think that contract's going to age well. It's
I'm staying out of that. I'm staying out of that business.
Now, if they wanted to eat it and you gave up barely anything, I'd take them. But it's
I feel like the Yankees have been swinging first pitch a lot tonight. Another first pitch swing and out there. I feel like they've been aggressive early in the count against Gray, whether it's first pitch or early in the count. I mean, because he's pounding the ball in the zone.
Keeping that pitch count low, though. I mean, I'm all for it.
Yes, 64 pitches through 5 and a third.
If this happens, we're going to have to change this YouTube.
we're going to do a lot more than just that. Yes.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm trying to see what the strike percentage is.
I need him to get through this with like 75 pitches, and I'll be happy. I got a chance. Get through this inning with under 75.
Keep swinging first pitch, please.
He has 44 strikes and 64 pitches.
He's got 8. He's got now 45. He's got 8 whiffs as well.
Yeah, Cal. I was gonna ask you that next. Because
they were rumored to Zach Neto in the offseason, and obviously that didn't really go anywhere. Like the thing is, like earlier this season too, like Neto is fine, but he's not like a needle mover. Like the Red Sox need to get out of the business of a fine, solid acquisition. Need to get a needle mover. Like Contreras was a fine, solid acquisition at the time, and obviously he's having the best year of his career. I think that's why you sell high on him, especially given his age. But it's like they need to get out of the business of a bunch of fine, solid guys, and they need to go get somebody that's actually a needle mover.
Let me ask this, Cal. So if you like Zach Neto, I think he's a good player. I think he's a fine player. Now, the pop is fine. I think he'd be great at Fenway Park. Obviously, the defense at shortstop's pretty bad. You think he'd be an electric third baseman because he has high DRS, but low outs above average, whatever. What do you do with Caleb Durbin at that point? Let me phrase it like this. Is Caleb Durbin done enough in the last month or so to prove to you that he's a guy? Or is he a utility guy going forward, at least in next year? Now, if you acquire Zach Neto and you put him at third base, what do you do at shortstop? And then what do you do with Caleb Durbin if that's your solution?
Mind you, Durbin was one of the worst hitters in the sport, and his defense was keeping him on the field. Right? I'm not looking for a defensive replacement for third base.
I think they're all confused about the count right now, or Boone was confused, but it doesn't matter.
So he goes, Neto's been a 5-WAR player or a shortstop for a couple years now with the 25-25 season, 30-30 potential. Now, I do think he'd be a needle mover. I do think he'd be a great player on this team.
Just not at third base.
Here's the thing. It's like if Durbin's a guy, like Bradley obviously thinks he's a guy. I think he has a chance to be good on this team. Good as in like a 95, 90 OPS plus bat. A little bit below average with great defense. Like, I think he's a guy. Like, I think he deserves to be on this team going forward. Am I okay with just sitting him or going in and slotting him to third base full time next year? I'd be okay if you went. Like, I'd rather upgrade at second base if we're being honest. Like, I'd rather go get a second baseman than a third baseman if I'm going to go trade for a player.
I'm pretty sure they just missed a ball in that last at bat. Obviously, Caballero grounded out, but I think it should have been 3-1 instead of 2-2. Now,
is that what they were reviewing? That
we'll take it.
Rushback pitch.
Yeah. I think they just missed it. And right now, Gray is only 1 over the minimum with Chisholm.
He's gross right now. That was nasty. Oh.
Yeah, they're showing the umpire score counter.
Yeah, he's 1 over the minimum. 71 pitches.
Yeah.
Let's get through this inning, Gray. Come on, Sonny. Yeah, I want this one bad. Yeah, I'll put this one up here. I mean, Zach Neto's been a guy. Cal, do you have anyone else out there that you think of? Like, Zach Neto's a guy that I think will be traded eventually. I'm trying to like just.
Wong with the challenge here. I think he's gonna regret that one.
Ball,
Unfortunately,
yep.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, way up.
That was a bad one. That's way up, and it missed his spot by a mile.
And Sonny stretching out his hamstring there too.
He did that after the first batter of the game too.
I think that was more of a. I don't think that was a strike.
His health is like
out since the first batter of the game.
His health is such a he is made of glass as far as I'm concerned for tonight. It's like do not push it at all.
Here we go. Yes. He went. Let's go. Oh, Chisholm is not happy.
Dude, Chisholm is so bad.
He wanted the appeal. He might get run here.
Chisholm is so bad at these like.
Oh, here comes Boone. And I understand him wanting an appeal to third base. Like, that is totally understandable. But why'd they cut to commercial when Boone was going to protect him? Come on now.
With the hand up too.
Come on.
Talk to the hands.
We needed to stay there. I know
somebody's going to get tossed on that one.
Yes,
and
correct.
I think Boone will be the guy that goes because I think he wants to spark his squad here.
Player, yeah.
Yeah, and they don't have a hit, obviously, but Bradley goes.
So now when you say it, it's okay.
Yeah. You already brought it up. It's okay.
It's both of your guys' fault.
So yes, Durbin is a guy. Watching him last year in Milwaukee, I'm convinced. I've loved him the last month. He's been great. He's been our best hitter the last month. Is he a guy? I think. Okay. If you want to talk moving Caleb Durbin to second base, I know that was a conversation in spring training. Where is he going to play? Is he the second baseman? Is he the third baseman? I do think he'd be great at second base. I do. And if you wanted to get a Zach Neto, you can move him to third. Cal, if you hypothetically trade for Zach Neto, who's your shortstop then? Is it Trevor Story? Is it Marcelo Meyer? Is it someone else? Like, at that point, if you trade for Zach Neto, why aren't you just putting him at shortstop? Because I understand it's the defense concern, but your other options aren't that great either.
Why wouldn't you get Zach Neto for second base?
Nah, you need to put him a shorter third.
I do.
He's too good defensively to not waste it.
I do agree. I think it's a. Are you boys with Cal? Yeah. I'll tell you after.
I believe in his profile. Yeah. Cal, when do you think? Okay, so you said Arias is ready by 2027. When do you envision him coming up? I think he comes up by around the All-Star break next year. Do you think it's sooner? Because especially, obviously they had. Okay, hold on. They're cutting to Chisholm here. I'll get into the Arias talk after.
Is Jazz still wearing Aaron Judge's pants or like Stanton's pants?
Who knows?
It looks like it.
Oh, Chisholm got ejected.
Good.
So now we got the ump cam.
Did Boone go as well?
Cam is great. I love this.
Tough one. Cal, I think Arias is up by about the All-Star break in 27. Just like listening to Brian Abraham on Section 10 a few weeks back, just overall like how they view development, how they view Worcester. Like, I get why he's still in Portland, and I think, keep letting him get at bats there, play minor league baseball. Like, let him finish out this season in Portland, start next year in Worcester, and if he has a hot couple months, through, and obviously this is contingent on there being a full 162. But assuming if things are normal next year, I could say, I think he's up by the middle of June, by the latest the All-Star break. Because I think they are going to be a bit wary with what happened with Campbell to not rush him. Yes, no, he is murdering Double-A pitching. I would continue to get him at bats. He hasn't been there long. Obviously, he started the year in Greenville. You don't want to rush him. You don't, but it's tough because if he keeps hitting, especially with the power that he's hitting for, I think he's up to 15 or 16 homers this year. Like it's going to be enticing to get him up there. But I mean, you look at Meyer, who didn't spend a lot of time in Double or Triple-A. Like you want to make sure that you get the at bats, and I think they always view it as at least like 300 plate appearances at bats at every level. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what they end up doing.
So when do we see Orion in Worcester?
I personally would wait until opening day next year. Maybe, if they want to get him up at the end of this year, fine. But he has not been in Portland long, and I know he's
Yeah.
murdering Double A pitching, but like he's 20 years old. He hasn't been there long. I would not rush this thing.
So they were talking. Not they were talking. There was tweets out there today saying like, "Oh, there's going to be some promotions very soon," and then Christopher Smith quote tweeted that and said it won't be Arias going to Worcester.
And the Red Sox offense, besides that fourth inning, Rodon pitched really well. It's been another stinker for the
That
Red
was
Sox
Blackburn,
offense.
Yeah, it's
but
Blackburn now, which is kind of surprising that he's already in this game. Let me see.
Well, with Campbell, Cal, I think they were also tinkering with a lot of stuff too. I think it's a combination of everything.
So I agree with you on this. If Durbin's your utility guy, your starting infield is very strong. Yeah, I also think he's too good defensively to just be your guy. Miguel Vargas, that was a pipe dream. That's not happening. Franklin Arias is ready by 2027. He could be ready right now. Like you said, James, I don't know if I'm not rushing him up here this year at all. But I do think he would be fine in Worcester.
Yeah, I wouldn't rush that. I would keep him in Double A for probably through the end of the season.
Yeah. To be honest, it really depends on what they do at the deadline. If you blow up this team completely and you just out of options in AAA, like if Mikey Romero has to be on the major league roster, if all these guys have to be on the major league roster and you have nobody to take up bats in Worcester, then I think that's when Franklin Arias goes up to Worcester.
Maybe.
I don't know. Campbell seems like an injury thing. He's one of my least favorite developments by this front office. Everything felt like overreactionary with him. I was really high on Campbell. I thought he was going to be great. I always thought he was going to hit in the major leagues. I really did. I did think the defensive issues with him were never taken care of. It's like, why are you rushing a guy to the major leagues who has 0 positions? That I completely agree with. But I also don't get the scrapping the idea of him at second base throughout college and the minors. He was serviceable in the infield. I don't think that just leads overnight.
Correct.
So, Cal, yep. I like him at first base, especially if you're talking about trading Wilson Contreras. Like,
yeah,
why did we scrap him?
I think the first base thing that also goes back to Matt's comment way earlier. Would they consider moving Roman to first base? I agree with Cal. I would not have abandoned him at second base. And it's like, there's no spot for him in the outfield. I know the Sox prospect guys have talked about his defense being underwhelming in the minors at all, throughout. So it's like, I get it. But at a certain point, that's the best spot for him. And the team would flow and function so much better if Campbell could just fit the bill at second base, because that would plug so many holes, not just the second base hole, plug right-handed power. It would open up a lot of different things, lineup flexibility. It would solve so much.
It opens up a clear path for him to actually get major league reps this year too.
Correct.
Now, I do think the whole reason he was sent down was because how bad he was defensively. He was struggling offensively and he had a great first month. But I think the reason why he was sent down the minors is because he was statistically the worst defender in the major leagues. Now, it seemed like they wanted to send him down and get him at bats, get him like why would you? It's just, I agree. It makes no sense. Why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Cal says, I don't see a reason to put him at first base as of today. Last year when you had no Tristan Costas, he was out for a while. Now I get it with Wilson Contreras. Maybe if they don't trade him, there's no reason to put him at first base. But it's like, why abandon it completely?
Yeah,
it makes no sense.
At the end of last year, when they committed Campbell to be into the outfield, that drove me up a wall, as we've been saying too. How do you just leave it open? How about, he's gonna be focused more as a general infielder versus outfield, right? So dumb. Before Contreras.
Gray up to 77 pitches now through 6+ as the 1-2 count to Rice. Keep that pitch count low, baby. Come on.
MLB.com has the banner on the game. I'm not gonna say which banner, but
Yep. And the Durbin single is the only hit for the Red Sox.
Yep.
Oh, just missed. Nick, I think you're muted. Maybe it's just me.
No, you're right. So Bradley says here, we're talking about Arias. It's hard to rush another phenom, just like you said. Not Will, James, and see him get wrecked. I already have PTSD with the other guys being rushed. Campbell was the rushed guy. I think Meyer deserved a few more at bats.
Get it. Let's go.
Attaboy Siegler.
That was close.
All right.
Attaboy Siegler.
I'll be right back. I'm going to get some.
Wait, James, you just saw that play? We might be caught up now. Like,
yeah,
we'll be all synced up.
Go. All right. No. I mean, I don't know.
Just don't touch it.
Yeah, I won't.
Yeah, Bradley. Yeah, you guys can't include yourself in a jinx. Talking about, hey, I can't be part of the problem. I cannot sleep at night knowing that.
They just flashed off the All-Star events now.
Yep. Same. Yep.
Seconds ago.
Yeah.
Right, come on, Sonny. Nice pitch. He's been mixing everything up so well tonight.
Yep.
So well.
Is he one of the pitchers that have publicly came out and said that he likes pitching to Connor Wong?
I don't know, but a lot of the guys, feel that way, and it's
right.
I know Crochet really
totally
likes pitching to him, but now he's up to 11 whiffs on the night.
Let's go.
He's mixing everything in so well. The sweeper at 27%, the sinker at 24%, cutter at 20, and the fastball at 17. So it's like he is doing a really nice job.
Yeah, Chisholm gets tossed from Gary Griffin over there. Yep.
Yeah, and the ump cam was hilarious.
I love that ump cam, man. Just like it looked like he was talking to all of us, just watching the game, right? Like just yelling at us.
All right, come on, Sonny. Up to 83 pitches now. That pitch count's creeping up there. That's the only tough part.
Gotta slow it down. We're good.
I'm back here. So Jerry says,
yeah,
can't spell Chaz. Is this a chasm? Yeah. Cal here.
Oh, this is an ultimate jinx on the broadcast.
I didn't watch it. I'm not watching it. Didn't see it.
Why are they even showing that if it's not perfect?
Let's not say it now.
Because it was on June 28, 2023. It was on this day in baseball history, yeah. And now Clemens is talking about it, of course.
So I don't know if you guys read this while I was out here, but I feel like a lot of fans have to come to terms that you have to get guys pre-breakout and acquire-based upside. It's rare to see star players move, especially controllable ones. Example is Hunter Goodman. I was all over him before his All-Star. It's a little long. It's at a cutoff. Now I don't consider him a trade option because I don't believe it's worth it anymore.
Well, I mean, it's going to be worth it for Colorado to trade him. So it just depends on and that's going to be more of an off-season thing. Like you'll see more stars moved in the off-season. So that's going to be where Colorado would get the traction.
Now with Goodman, when you acquire players from Colorado, you have a fear in the back of your mind. It's a chorus factor.
Yeah, his splits are so much better on the road.
Yes, exactly. When you look at Hunter Goodman's
split, see ya!
Let's go. What a great pitch. That's a strike.
No, that's a strike. He hit that. That's a strike.
Boom. Let's go.
Let's go.
Is that their last challenge?
No, they have one remaining.
One more. Absolutely dotted. This umpire cam is so cool.
Wow. Dominguez was very confident about that one too.
Straight. Yeah, Bellinger has made good contact, like Benetti just said.
18 of 22 first pitch strikes.
And I think that's why. I think that's also why they've been so aggressive early in the count or on first pitch, because he's throwing the ball in the zone. Nice pitch, way to keep him off balance. So I'm telling you guys, Sonny Gray's an all-star.
Sonny Gray might be starting the game after this performance.
Okay, let's not get carried away too much.
Cal, we got two.
Yeah, Middlebrooks is always awesome in the booth, whether it's on EEI, Nesson pre and post game, Nesson booth. This.
Yep.
So yeah, me not wanting Goodman anymore isn't just because of splits. I hate the combination of poor swing decisions and high whiff. It's a recipe for disaster and not worth a star return. I understand. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I think Goodman would be great at Fenway Park. I really do.
Let's go.
But it's
Let's go.
If that's the guy you want to give up assets for, I totally agree with you on that. Guys, I have
What?
Should I go wake up my girlfriend?
No, we got to keep everything the same as it's been. Superstition.
She started watching baseball for the first time last year. She's never seen one of these.
Keep everything the same.
Yeah. Okay. You're right.
And with Buchholz in the building too.
The second to last one of these that was thrown in a Red Sox uniform.
Right.
All right, let's get Bradley's comment on here. Why not? Umpire cam is the best thing about Sunday Night Baseball. Also, Middlebrooks has been great on this entire broadcast.
Yeah, Middlebrooks is awesome. I mentioned James and Nick, but I ran into Ryan Kalish's cousin the other day on the sidewalk, and they mentioned this woman's really nice, but she mentioned like Middlebrooks was like always over and like how nice of a guy he is too. I've never met him, Middlebrooks, before, but he seems like a great dude, and he's always great to listen to.
Oh yeah.
Bradley wants me to wake her up.
Oh.
Bradley, we can't mess with Juju here. Come on.
I'll text her, see if that wakes her up. I'm not going to wake her up.
Even waking her up, the act of waking her up is going to change the.
You're right. Never mind. I have everything to do with this game, Bradley. I want one of these so bad. We haven't seen one since I was a kid. What was it?
2008 was the last one.
Yeah, I was a kid then.
John
yeah.
Lester, May 19th, 08 against the Royals.
Yeah.
Buchholz in September 1st, 07, and then Lowe, April 28th, 02.
I don't know why, but I remember the Buchholz one more. And I was a little bit younger with the Buchholz one, obviously. I don't know. We have nothing to do with this game. Come on, guys. The broadcast on NBC already messed it up. I'm on Peacock, man. I couldn't get it to work on NBC. Ooh. Bradley. Let me tell you something.
Sick, Bradley.
Wow.
Let me tell you something here. When I was a kid, I had a chance. I was invited to Roy Halladay's perfect game, and I did not go.
Oof.
It'll probably be the biggest regret of my entire life. I was a little kid.
Did you have like a baseball game or something, or what?
So, like, my best friend at the time was a huge Phillies fan. And it was just like, I went to the game before and I was like, oh, I don't need to go again type of thing, you know? Like, it's the Marlins, Phillies, and it was basically just like, I didn't need to go. I just went. Like, give the ticket to somebody else. And then Roy Halladay threw a perfect game. So, yeah, I guess, I don't know if it was, I was a kid. I don't know if it was my call. It was my dad's call. But we didn't go. I was offered the tickets to go. And I obviously know I'm never going to see a perfect game in person ever again. But
never say never. You never know what you're going to see at the ballpark when you show up.
Especially a guy. I mean, it sucks what happened to Roy Halladay, obviously,
so
but it's like, that's something I'd be talking about for the rest of my life.
Sure. We had tickets to Lester's no-hitter against the Royals. Ooh, I just said the words, damn it.
No, that's fine.
No, Maddie, chill. Enjoy our Super Bowl. We're still 10 games under 500 after this win.
A no-hitter's a no-hitter. It doesn't matter the record.
Oh, my God, just stop saying it. Stop saying it, please. I know we've already said it, but please. We had tickets to Lester's no against the Royals in 08, and we gave away those tickets in a charity contest thing.
Probably because it was like a Monday night too, right?
Yep. Yeah. Well, it was like a pick your game, but it couldn't have been like a prime time game. So yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Bradley's comment here. I had no idea what I was going to go see on those 2 nights, and I didn't go at a lot of games at the time because I couldn't afford them. So I feel like the luckiest guy. Dude, You never know when you go to the ballpark what you're going to see. It's crazy. I mean, the perfect game is a different story, obviously, but it's like still, how many people can say they saw 2?
Right.
Bradley, like you saw 2.
Wong.
That's a different story.
Is that fair? Yeah, you never know what you're going to see. I was at Mookie's 3-homer game against the Diamondbacks in 16 at Fenway. But as rare as the perfect game is, like the 4-homer game is rare, and obviously I went to a 3-homer game.
It's more rare.
Correct. Yeah, there have been 18 4-homer games. There have been 24 perfect games. So
yeah,
but you know we're talking about seeing two no-hitters in the same like lifetime, which is really cool, Bradley. But it's like, it kind of puts in perspective how cool it is that Veritek caught 4. You know?
Yeah, Nomo, Lowe, Buckles, and then
Lester.
Lester, yeah.
We got Chang Bunting, hit him in the nuts.
Yes, sports are the best reality TV in the history of TV. Yeah. Sorry to all the Love Island fans out there.
It's better because it's not fun.
Oh, no. Come on, Chang. You beat that out? No, he did not. Oh,
did he try to bunt again?
No, a swinging chopper. To Volpe, dude.
He gunned that ball to first, and he did get him by half a step.
Yeah, he's out. He's out. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I just kind of want to watch Sonny Gray.
Yeah, maybe the quick innings will help him. You know, he's not sitting
right.
down.
All right, I'm going to run to the bathroom, like middle inning here.
Yeah, go ahead. Why not? Yeah, Bradley, I agree with you on that one. Sports is the best reality TV in the history of TV. A lot of people could say sports are fake, but this one tonight is not fake. I can promise you that. The regular season baseball games, they're not rigged. They're not your Love Islands, like James said. They're not your typical reality TV. Bradley. I went earlier, so it's okay. Bradley goes, Will can't go to the bathroom. It's going to jinx us. James has been saying the word all night. It's okay, I guess.
I've been saying it a lot of times when Gray isn't on the mound. I'm a huge believer in not saying it, but, you know, it is what it is at this point. Come on, Sonny.
Let's see what our total viewership has been at over this last
I think on
2.5 hours. Yeah,
right
that's just total clicks.
Yeah.
So it's 239 total. That doesn't mean they were all here at one point.
Right, yeah.
Alex Cora.
Yeah, he was that was a good tweet from him.
I didn't see that before. I just saw that for the first time now.
That was only a bit ago today. It wasn't that long.
40 minutes ago, yeah. James Tibbs hit a home run off Isaiah Campbell today.
A little former Red Sox on Red Sox crime.
I hope this happens, man.
All right, here we go, Sonny.
Yeah, totally, Bradley. Like, dude, Sonny Gray's a guy you're gonna look back on when he gets traded. On like fond memories on this team, and if this happens tonight, it'll be a great memory to look back on. I can't wait. I'm happy we did this tonight.
This has been awesome. This has been awesome.
You see who's warming up?
Tyron Guerrero.
Come on,
the pitch count's at 92 now, so I get it.
Sit him down. I'll be so mad if he gets through this inning and they bring Chapman in.
No, I don't think they will. I think they'll let Gray try to finish it.
I'd rather lose this game than him get taken out in the eighth. I don't know about that, but oh man. Why is he shaking? There we go. 0-2. Welcome back, Will.
Thank you.
We're still. Did he go? Yes, he did.
We're still good. No. We're still good.
We're hanging in there.
93 pitches.
He went. Nope.
I think I'm back ahead of you, Will.
Maybe.
That's how it goes sometimes.
So I've been doing my my starting pitcher tweets again lately.
Yeah.
I don't have one ready for tonight, and I don't even know what to say.
There's not many
Not
words.
much to
Boy. Oh, strikeout number 2,000. Wow.
Milestone night.
Yeah.
Wow. 8 tonight.
Bradley, you can't go to the bathroom.
Was that a sweeper?
Yep. Look at that spin. Yeah.
It was unbelievable. Twenty of 24 first pitch strikes for Gray this evening. Oh,
I don't like that. James, I don't like that one. What does that mean?
Yeah, James. What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Yeah, James. What does that mean?
What a valiant effort.
All right, I'm going to get my tweet ready for him because he's coming out in the next 2 minutes.
That sucks.
He's coming out right now.
No, not right now.
I shouldn't have used the bathroom, damn it.
I'm not ready. What a performance, Sonny Gray. Holy
off to Sonny Gray.
Crap.
I mean, we'll go the rest of the season not seeing anything close to that.
I'm stay in the game, Sonny Gray. Two more outs. 2 more outs.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah, I want to give him. I actually want to hear this. I'm going to put the sound on. You can't hear it. Of course, the Chick-fil-A commercial comes on instantly. Yeah. I guess I'm not going to get my tweet out because everyone else is going to do it. It's fine. Thank you, Bradley. You guys picked a great night for this. I'll show up as many as we can. We'll stay on for the end of this game. It's the
Yeah, we're already here.
Yeah, might as well. Breslow did a really good job with the acquisitions this offseason. Yeah, in a vacuum, he did. Wilson Contreras was a great acquisition. Sonny Gray was a great acquisition. The pitching acquisitions were fine. I'm not putting Caleb Durbin in a win yet. No, I'm sorry. As much as he's been great the last 30 games or so, he's not a win.
So many of these like Breslow believers that are coming out of the woodworks now are using that exact argument too. Look at all the acquisitions. But let's look at everything else he didn't do that has now caused issues with his team too. I just want to remind everyone, just so we're not all just gassing up.
Give me a second to find a tweet here. Hold on.
Yeah.
I don't know who this was. Ben Campbell. That's who it was. Give me a second. Let me find this tweet. He basically put together a spreadsheet of here. This is exactly what he tweeted. I wanted to go through and categorize all Craig Breslow's moves that I can remember into wins, losses, and TBD. These are not chronological order whatsoever, but it's roughly how I'd grade what he's done. Now, I went through a lot of these. These are not just baseball moves. These are a lot of moves. So he has Crochet trade in the Breslow W. Yes. The Contreras trade, a Breslow W. Yes. Ranger Suarez signing, Breslow W. Yes. And then he has rebuilding the pitching pipeline, a W. Yes. Chapman signing, yes. Rafael extension, yes. The Roman Anthony extension.
That's a hit.
Is that a yes?
Yeah, I'd say that's a win.
Yeah.
Now, he also put the Bregman signing in a win. Is that a win or is that a loss?
Referring to last year's Bregman signing?
Last year's Bregman signing. That's a loss, in my opinion. I understand he's here for a year, but you put together the contract to get him out of here. I could look at it both ways. It's fine. The Sonny Gray trade, win. He has the Verdugo trade for Weissert and Fitz as a win. He has the Justin Slayton Rule 5 draft as a win. Now, the loss is the Bayo extension. It's a loss. The misvaluation of Tibbs, Harrison, a loss. But he put the Devers trade in the win. You can't put the Tibbs and the you can't put Devers trade as a win and Harrison and Tibbs evaluation as a loss. It's one move, right?
Correct. That's a loss. They're not here anymore doing anything.
Yeah. Total loss.
It's a huge loss.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. Let's lock back in.
Guerrero's got to get out of this one. Now it's about trying to win this ball game.
Yeah.
Forget everything else. Roll that. You had trouble getting it out. All right, at least they got one.
Actually, Cal, you're right. Hold on, let me check again. He does have the Devers in TBD. He also has the Bennett for Perales in TBD and Oviedo in TBD.
Oh, that was Chang, not Siegler, but getting it out of his hand. But
he has the letting Paul Taboni leave as an L.
I mean, they didn't offer him the job. So
now that's exactly what I was going to say, James, is they didn't offer him the job. But even if they did offer him the job, the promotion to go to Washington was still a promotion.
Correct.
If they offered him the GM job, he was going to leave anyway. So
correct, because going to be the GM in Washington means you got full carte blanche. Being the GM in Boston, you're still behind Breslin.
Didn't they give him the CBO title?
Who?
Taboni. I think they
whatever his title is in Washington, he's the head honcho. Even if he got promoted from AGM to GM in Boston, he still would have been behind Breslow. So that's the point there.
It doesn't matter. Like that's one. I understand what you say, Cal, about there are wins, but there are so many behind the scene losses that you're not looking at. It's like the communication with players, the Devers trade, that's the whole thing. Like
outfield logjam being one on the top of the list for me too.
Mm-hmm. Cal, I get what you're saying about Tibbs with the contact rates, but it's about trading him for 6 starts of Dustin May.
Right.
That's the misstep. There we go, Guerrero. All right, Guerrero, I think, is an interesting trade candidate. Obviously, very late bloomer, 35 years old. But he the under the hood numbers are very good. I think he would be intriguing for a team that needs some bullpen help. Obviously, wouldn't go there to close, but would be a solid middle relief guy who throws hard, has decent command, decent strikeout numbers, and he could help a team that's looking to make a run.
I think you trade him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Him. No, if someone goes knocking, absolutely.
Cal, I understand what you're saying here. I think he's fine when he's evaluating pitching. I do. I think he's fine.
And that's what he was originally hired to do, the director of pitching, and he's done great at that.
Okay,
role.
I'm gonna give him a little bit of credit here, which I don't like doing. He has completely overhauled our pitching philosophy and everything.
Sure.
Now, the Red Sox, if you look back when Chaim Bloom was in charge, it was the total opposite. They could hit, they couldn't pitch. They've completely 180'd. Where now they can pitch and they can't develop their hitting. Now,
yeah, but we didn't get to see a lot of Bloom's fingerprints are on this team with guys that he drafted, guys that he signed.
So what I was going to get into here is the development of our prospects. That was something the Red Sox have always been known for, is developing hitters. The Mookie Bettses, they always bring up a hitter and he's successful at Fenway Park. You have brought up a wave of 3 big time prospects. And they failed. Christian Campbell is a failure as of right now. There's still time that he picks it back up and he's back and he performs at the major league level. That's fine. Marcelo Meyer, there were concerns about him hitting at the major league level before he was even brought up. Fine. Roman Anthony. Now, I think Roman Anthony is going to be a star in this league for years to come. I do. But the fact that we have changed our hitting philosophy and everything like that, that is a knock on Breslow, in my opinion. And I think the reason why these guys are not as successful as they could have been under other regimes could be towards Breslow. I do think that is part of it. Now, Cal goes, I think the last team I think he misspoke here, but I think the last thing this team needs at the start of this contention window is a complete philosophy change. Now, when do you think the start of the contention window was? Because do you think it's this year? I think you're wrong, Cal. I think it was end of 24, early 25 is like the real contention window. When Roman Anthony was called up, when Christian Campbell was called up.
Getting a 25, signing Bregman.
I agree with you on that.
Sure.
I think if you wanted to break it down, the beginning of the Bregman signing was the real start of the contention window.
Quick caveat here.
Jaren Durant's pinch hitting.
This is a big opportunity for him. Obviously, he's been going through it at the plate. 3 for his last 37, 194 OPS in June.
I don't know, man. I understand what you say, Cal. It's like another philosophy change. If you bring in another guy in here, you're going to completely change the organization again. But it's like, is Breslow the guy that's going to win you a World Series? I'm going to say no. Then make the change.
And you have to think that the current philosophy is just not working and, nip it in the bud now.
I think so. I'm going to be honest with you. I was not a Chaim Bloom guy. And I really liked the fact that Craig Breslow was a former player. I really did. I thought he would come in here. He'd have all the same philosophies as Chaim Bloom, just with a more player perspective. And it's actually come in here that he's the opposite. He's more of a robot than Chaim Bloom was. He's more of
Bloom was personable, and a lot of people in the organization liked him. Like, you can't say that about Breslow. And
I think the knock on Bloom was he couldn't make up his mind. He wasn't decisive enough.
Sure.
I think the knock on Breslow, he's too decisive. He's too stuck in his own waves or his own ways that he won't take advice. I think Chaim Bloom was the total opposite, where he was taking advice from everybody, and then he couldn't make his own decision.
Yeah. I mean, Bloom's fingerprints are all over this team. Bloom was not perfect, but I think he did a lot better than what Breslow has.
If you could put Chaim Bloom and Craig Breslow together, I think he'd have a good executive.
No, but Chaim's biggest misstep was 22, not getting under the luxury tax at the deadline that July.
22, but he could
not making a decision at any trade deadline and not buying or selling, just going half in, half out. 21, 22, and 23. 21 just worked out because of getting Schwarbo here. Tough one. Jaren's going to challenge that, all right. But, his fingerprints all over this team with guys that he drafted. Think about the big three. Think about a lot of other guys that he brought in. Breslow is just, sure, you can talk, obviously there's a lot of folks that he has brought in or whatnot, but it hasn't been a ton of success stories. Obviously, the poor communication led to the Devers-Bregman saga, and then Devers eventually being traded to San Francisco. It's just a mess.
Cal, I disagree with you on this one. The prospects losing offense to the bigs is more of an indictment on Fatsy. I 100% disagree with you on that. I'm not sitting here going to defend Fatsy at all. I think it was time to move on from the pit. I know we have a little bit of I was okay with moving on from Cora. I was a Cora guy-ish, but after managers are brought in to be fired. I think we all can agree on that. It's once you're hired, you're not going to have this job until you retire. Not everybody's Bobby Cox. We agree on that. You're in here, you have a shelf life. That's Theo's thing. Theo said that every manager has a shelf life. Every executive has a shelf life.
Right.
Alex Cora, Peter Fatsy were not the issues, in my opinion. Now, was I okay with moving on from them and bringing in someone else? Yes. But blaming this on Pete Fatsy is, I think, a little immature.
I think overall the offensive strategy and philosophy under Fatsy just got a bit stale and underwhelming. It was a lot of the same. Cal says he feel like the offensive philosophy was completely different from driveline down in the minors. It probably
that's what I was going to bring up next. I think the philosophies are different from your single A, your double A, your triple A guys. Where You come up to the majors, it is totally different.
Cal, I think you have to look at it as a glass half empty, glass half full. Glass half full, what they did in the minors with Campbell, with Anthony, got them to those high prospect rankings, got them up to the majors. The glass half empty is, why can't it last the major league level? They're doing, somewhere along the way, they're doing things right, but there's also some missteps happening. And it's like they have to figure out where the missteps are happening and how they can correct those ASAP.
Now, I think it's completely fair to ask the question, like, why are our minor league philosophies different than our major league philosophies? Like, Cal, I understand where, if you worded it that way, like, yes, I understand what you mean. But it's like, was Peter Fatsi the reason why this team sucked? No. Absolutely
I think they were overall more similar than people think. It was just, one of those things where it's not translating at the major league level. You probably have more voices in your ear up there, whatever it may be. And obviously they had a way of doing it. Obviously, when Campbell was trying to get advice, I think it was Campbell trying to get advice from Jim Rice in spring training of 25, and they said, don't listen to him, kind of shoot him. Like that's one of those things where it's like clearly the organization had a way of doing it, and they didn't want any other outside voices getting involved with that.
Cal, let me ask you, what would you have done? I know you're more of an analytical guy than I am. And I'm not anti-analytics at all. But it's like, you fire Fatsi, it's fine, whatever. Why didn't you have a solution? Like, if you are so into Driveline, and I know they've kind of moved off of it in the last month or so, like they're starting to move maybe off of it a tiny bit. But if you're so into it and you so believe that it works, and Breslow was so into getting Fatsi off this team and not influence anyone else on this team, why didn't he have his own guy to bring in instantly to bring in his own hitting philosophy? It's like, to me, it was more of just that this team sucks. I didn't expect him to suck. I have to do something. Like, I don't think he came into the season like, I don't like Fatsi, and like that's what I think the narrative it was around. It was like, we never liked Fatsi. Cora didn't like him, or Cora didn't want Breslow to fire him. Like, he was pushing back, and we're not firing Fatsi. Like, you have to fire me as well. I think it was more of a reactionary move than a philosophy change. Do you guys agree with that one, or
what, Fatsi?
That it was more of a reactionary.
I think they wanted to get all of Cora's people out.
Right.
And the Cora's disciples out.
So I think the story around it was Breslow and Fatsi and Cora have never been eye to eye, right?
I mean, I think they wanted to get everyone that was associated with Cora out, and then they got the entire offensive staff out. Why extend them
a year and a half ago?
Cora?
Yeah.
They didn't have a choice. They were going to have to extend him or lose one of the best managers in baseball.
They fired
him. And they clearly Breslow just didn't, like, he had completely different philosophies than Cora that maybe at that point he thought were reconcilable, and now he realized that they weren't. It was either going to be his head or Cora's. He chose Cora, and eventually it is going to be his head, so it's not going to work out at all. All right, Chapman, let's go get this save.
Let's go.
Come on, Chapman, let's go.
Sweep this game. Or sweep the series, I mean. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, he's a Breslow guy, not an interim. Is Bradley, are you still here as well? Bradley, Cal, let me ask this question to both of you. Is Chad Tracy the manager next season?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Let me see what you guys think about that. I would agree with you guys as well. I say no. I think they're going to go through a search and see what happens. But I'd like to see what they say. Great question, Bradley says. See, I'm in the same boat. It's like, who are they going to bring in? Who wants the job? Now, they're not going to get
whoever the new CBO wants to bring in.
They're not going to bring in. So if Breslow's in charge, they're not going to bring in an experienced manager. That's not happening. They're not. I don't know. It's like, if you want an experienced manager, it's David Ross, and that's not a guy who I think is going to fit well with Breslow, even though they were World Series teammates. Like, it's just, I think the philosophies are so different. There's no one in the back of my mind that it's like, yeah, this is it. Albert Pujols, no, that's not happening.
Like, if Chad Tracy is still in the position he's in with the Sox next year, it's because there is no one else that wants the job, like that would fit in the role, right? It's not because of Chad Tracy being a great option. It's just a lack of of options.
Yeah.
So Cal goes leading, probably not keeping him, but I wouldn't mind if they kept him. I think they should go through a search and get. So Bradley goes, I think they should go through a search and get someone, but I think that this front office and ownership likes owning the manager. I don't think they will bring in a manager that has strong opinions. Now, I think it's bullshit that Chaim Bloom never got to pick his own manager. Craig Bledsoe never got to pick his own manager. Now, if you want to give them a fair chance.
Well, how does that help with roster construction, Brad?
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Right.
It's such a hard question because we don't even know who's going to be making these decisions by this time next year. Like, we have no idea if Breslow's going to have his job in October. I think if there was no pending or looming lockout, I would say Breslow's gone no matter what. Like, I would say he's fired in August.
He's still going to get, I think, still
October,
think he's fired.
Whatever happens. I just think it's such a hard thing to bring in another executive when you don't even know if there's going to be a season next year. Now, are you going to go look for an executive in September, October, whatever happens, fire Breslow, bring in an executive, and then make him go and do nothing for a month or 2 or 3 or 4?
What's that, 5 consecutive hits given up by Chapman now?
That's a good point.
No.
What? Did he?
He got a save.
Yeah. He came in on Thursday. Yeah.
Oh, duh. Yeah.
I forgot about that too for a second.
Yeah, I knew that.
But yeah, he pitched this game, series.
Yes, on Thursday. Yeah. All right, come on, roll it here.
Yeah, watch Volpe just double play right here,
man. Strike. Chapman overmatched Volpe in that at bat in Yankee Stadium a few weeks back.
3 fastballs right down the middle again.
Yeah,
see what happens. Strike. Tap. We're out of them, aren't we? Because Duran, you lost that challenge.
Was that the last one?
Yeah. Duran lost his.
I didn't know if they had one left or not.
No, because Wong lost his earlier.
I think I'm back to being ahead. I think I'm back to being ahead of you guys.
He is a professional, Tracy. There's something about him where I'm just like, it just seems like he's like the perfect puppet, you know?
He's such a perfect interim.
Right. Exactly. There's nothing about him like gets you like kind of like fired up or, you know, like, ooh, I want to go watch that, right?
If you want to convince me this team's going to be good next year and win 90 plus games and make the playoffs, you can't tell me that like Chad Tracy's going to be your manager next year.
Never know.
Who lost the final one? Is he talking about the
challenge, the first challenge?
Oh, come on.
Wasn't it Wong that lost
base?
And then Duran?
It was Siegler.
Yeah.
Okay. What a great,
Now it counts 3-1.
Jesus.
Gosh, come on. Don't do this to me.
I know we've had such a great night up to this point.
Would this not just be like, I'm not even going to say it.
You know, it always happens like this as soon as they start updating the uniform tracker.
They showed on the broadcast earlier, if the Red Sox are able to win this game tonight, it would be their first 4-game sweep of the Yankees since August 2nd through 5th of 2018, which that was an unbelievable. I think I'll remember that weekend for the rest of my life.
It'll be the first winning streak of 4 games or more since last season.
Right.
Yeah.
Shit.
All right, come on.
Have you seen the stat they just showed on the broadcast? This season at Fenway Park, Ben Rice is 1 for 22.
Yeah, now he's probably going to be 2 for 23 with a bomb.
Bradley 2-1.
I don't want 2-0. 2-0. Triple play right here.
Looks. I don't know if you guys have the broadcast on. Middlebrooks is saying that Caballero is just giving the signals at second base to what Chapman is throwing. He's nailed it every single time. Like he must be tipping with the way he's gripping the ball from his glove.
mean, all you can get. Oh, Connor Wong's running onto the mound.
Yeah. I think because Middlebrook's saying he's putting his right hand out for a fastball, Caballero left hand out for a breaking ball, and he's nailed it every single time. So
Yeah,
they've got to change something up, whether he's got to hold his glove higher or lower, or see they're going to about to show a replay. Yeah,
it's definitely what they're talking about on the mound at the moment. I guess you're ahead of me. They're off the mound now, but
yeah, you'll see the replay of Caballero in a minute.
That's so obvious. Yeah. Like he's not even trying to be.
It should have been like a helmet tap with one hand or the other, like make it.
Or like a nut grab or
something like usually you go like pull the pant leg or a helmet grab or a helmet tap, something like that.
He did it again. He did it again with the right hand.
That was a replay.
Yeah. Can't throw a strike. Come on.
Yep. That's one.
Right down the middle. Great.
Do it again.
And Rice missed it. I think he knew a fastball was coming too. Brady trying to get underneath that and throw it to third. I would get that ball into second.
Right.
Oh, what are we doing? What are we doing? No! What are we doing?
No!
This is such a little league team. What are we doing? Just throw the ball into second. That's all you needed to do, Willier. And I said it live too, people. That is not hindsight. Get the ball into second.
Oh,
correct.
my
Middlebrooks
God.
just said it too. Your play is to second base, which it is.
He's 100% to second base. Why is Durbin like juking him out? Do you think that Chapman was like more behind him? Just throw to second base, buddy. But where was that throw even to? That wasn't even a throw to third. He like overthrew second.
All right, Chapman.
Holy shit.
At least they got it. Like, at least there's an out, but oh boy.
What the hell did I just watch?
Little
he threw that ball home. He threw that ball home. I know he was trying to
throw the
second.
ball home. He threw it to like in between.
The catcher fielded the ball.
The
the catcher fielded it. There was no play at home. There never was a play at home. I mean, it was 2 second base. Oh my gosh, we need to strike out.
Jeez.
What the hell did I just watch?
I think they saw Bradley's prediction and wanted to make that come true.
All right, come on, Chappie, up 0-2 now. Just get us out of this. Come on. Come on.
Speaking of Roman Anthony, there's more him being an alcoholic tweets out there.
That's fake.
I love all the guys are like, hey, Roman, you had to Venmo me back for the rounds that I bought.
We talked about that one. So I just saw Rad Bradford tweet of him. Oh, no.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Throw the ball to first base, you assholes.
No, that was the right play.
I don't think he would have been out no matter what if it was a great throw. Basically, it's another guy that commented on Roman Anthony video saying you could see the Negroni coming out of his pores.
Negronis are nasty.
Maddie, you're still here.
Welcome to your tie game.
Maddie, how's your World Series going? Our World Series.
How is this a tie game?
Because Willier's an idiot.
And what? Just
It's so much little league stuff
That
that
would
they've
have
been
been
doing
it. It
all
would have been
year.
2 outs, runner on third base. If you could just throw the ball. Actually, it would have been a double play. He would have been he never would have advanced. He would have been at first base. It would have been a double play. Aroldis Chapman has blown 3 straight saves.
No, because he saved.
Oh, okay, yeah, he did. You're right.
No, he's only blown 1 save this year. It was just the one on Monday night against Colorado.
Oh, Weishart's coming in with inherited runners, or he's in the bullpen.
Yeah, probably for the 10th.
That was a double play ball to the shortstop. You get one back in the 10th.
Right. But I'm saying right now they can't challenge that pitch.
It's a strike. No, it's not. It was out.
I don't think playoff Chapman made an appearance. I think Willier being like brain dead about where he threw the ball made an appearance.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, where who was he throwing to there?
He overshot Siegler at second.
Yeah, so he was aiming for
second base.
But like you can't overthrow that. And then
right.
Durbin should have pulled off third sooner. There was a whole mess.
No, Durbin has to. He juked
that
him
would have
out.
been the game. That would have been game right there. Cody Bellinger. I mean, realistically, would have been a double play on that ground ball to shortstop.
Right.
Yeah. Strike 3 on Cody Bellinger. Like,
and we're gonna get another pinch hitter.
Man, maybe we'll get a walk off. I don't know. Probably.
Can Sonny Gray bat too?
He's out of the game, unfortunately.
Yeah, obviously he's not going to hit either. Yes, thanks, Nick.
I'd like him to at this point.
Now Sadom hugging Willier in the outfield.
Oh, please. Are we going to see like a Pablo Reyes like magic moment like from Monasterio or some other pinch hitter?
I love seeing your 5th hole hitter getting pinch hit for in the 9th inning here.
Max Schumann.
Spencer Jones. All right, let's get it out here because I got to pee. Give me a chance to walk it off.
Strike one.
I can't believe this.
The Yankees are about to have more hits than the Red Sox.
I mean, again, our only offense came in the 4th inning, right? And that one offense being one hit.
Yeah, they didn't even have a hit until that. They suck in these white jerseys, man. I know we haven't talked in a few minutes here, but this is just depressing.
I mean, this is like, again, it seems like every week we're like, this is rock bottom. Once again, this guy
does lead off the inning, I'm pretty sure.
I do think it's 3, 4, 5.
Can he redeem himself?
Or 4, 3, 4, 5. Maybe we'll get like a Wilson Contreras walk-off bomb. All right, there we go. We're out of this inning.
Oh, wow. I am ahead of you guys.
Yeah. Shit, man.
I still have stuff to do tonight too. Like, if we're gonna lose, let's make it quick.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back, guys. But yeah, I thought we would be celebrating a win right now. What the? Ugh.
It really is crazy. Yeah, our best offense was Sonny Gray's pitching. Absolutely. 2 hits. No, Bradley, this might be. I could argue this is rock bottom.
If we lose, yeah.
Yeah. Flirting with the no-no into the 8th inning, right? Red Sox, Yankees, national TV, Fenway, going for the sweep. And not only do we lose the no-no, but and we'll see the outcome of the game, but it has the writing's on the wall.
Yeah. Just go win it. I don't want to be up until midnight.
I can't. I still have baby stuff to do.
You got an excuse.
Kind of. I want to go to bed, though.
Yeah. find a way to win this game.
Have to right now.
Also, I still can't believe Willier. That was one of the worst things I've ever seen.
He should loot like he should.
I actually don't know if he was trying to throw it to second. I really don't.
That's my point. That was not a throw to third.
I don't think it was a throw to second. No, Chapman just tied the record for most strikeouts by a reliever in MLB history.
Nice.
With Hoyt Wilhelm.
But Bradley, I made this point on Thursday too. Not on the pod, but I think I've been on Twitter actually. It took the Red Sox playing like one of their best games to barely beat the Yankees that are missing their, arguably their 3 of their top 4 hitters, right? We're struggling against a really shitty Yankee lineup tonight. Yeah, it is. It's mind-boggling to think that we believed for a second in this team.
Yeah. This isn't rock bottom because we're playing for a sweep. No, it's not rock bottom, but it's still really annoying.
Oh, no, so it is Contreras, not a Bray, that's leading off against Bednar. Send us home happy, Wilson.
So Bednar's going out for a second inning.
He already has 20 pitches.
Yeah, Contreras with an 0 for on the night. Did score a run after reaching on the error. Strike.
Bradley, let's hope, man. Let's hope.
So I haven't moved the uniform tracker back to a loss yet.
Hey, don't touch that.
Come on, Romy Gonzalez, walk-off homer. That'd be sick.
Take it from anyone.
So what time was that golf tomorrow morning? 9 a.m.?
9 a.m.
As somebody who doesn't have to work in the summer, I'll be watching that.
There you go.
9 a.m. golf. Hopefully it's more than one hole.
You go from that straight into the World Cup, not straight into, but World Cup tomorrow too. Sox play the Nats at 7.
Man, I can't watch the soccer. I've watched one full soccer game my entire life. It was last year's, or not last year.
You're not going to watch a game on Wednesday?
The USA game?
I'm not.
It's going to be an awesome game.
Man, I will look at the score, but I will not watch it.
Get down, get down, get down, get down, get down, get down. Yes, yes, into the Bermuda Triangle. Oh, stay. All right, attaboy, Wilson.
2? Double? It's got to be with his fat ass.
No. Single.
Attaboy. All right.
Oh, it was a little blooper. Okay.
Yeah, you said triangle. I thought you meant
triangle. No, the Bermuda Triangle of fielders.
Okay, I thought you meant like he hit a piss triangle and he's going 2 or 3. I'm like, oh, there we go. Lead off triple. All right, I see it. It's over now. But yeah, I'll take that.
All right, come on, Wilson.
You know what would be really nice right now if we didn't burn Jarren Duran.
Right.
They had to, though.
I don't agree with that. Nate Eaton's a better player at the moment.
And Booney going to leave him in. All right.
What are his options right now if he wanted to take Bednar out? Duvall? This is more fun when your games aren't synced. Yeah, James is like 30 seconds ahead. Will's like 5 seconds ahead of me, and then I'm right behind him. Oh, does Wilson think he's coming off the base? I don't know if you guys saw that. I'm a little bit behind, but he looked like he was walking back towards the dugout.
Maybe to get water.
Yeah, I think this is time if you had Jarren Duran, you might have pinch hit run for him.
Maybe. I
don't know. You don't have a first baseman to go back into the game. It'd be Romy would have to go to first, then you'd have to put your Monasterio in at second.
Yeah.
Come on, Romy. Gapper. Give me a gapper.
End this ball game. Send us home happy, Romy.
Give me a sweep.
No, Romy.
No.
Double play.
Yeah.
Will, where's your broom? Get that thing. Your rake.
Yeah, the golf rake.
That was right down the middle too.
Looks like Slayton.
Holy shit.
Who wants to see Romy not grounded to double play?
Katia said Slayton's warming up.
Cal said he hit that hard too. He did hit it hard, but he's got to lift that ball. You got to lift that ball with a runner.
Durbin, be the hero.
If Durbin hits a walk-off homer, I'll never say anything bad about him again.
I will buy a Caleb Durbin jersey tonight.
Fake one.
Yeah, fake one. Temu.
Come on.
DH gate.
Yeah, I was going DH gate. Come on. Oh, he tried to on that first swing.
All right, 1-1 now. I am a full pitch ahead of you guys.
I just watched the second pitch right there.
Okay, so just a nick.
I'm still looking at Slayton.
Oh, yeah, we're well past that.
There we go. There's pitch 2.
New York wants to use their last challenge.
Can we hang something up in the zone, let Durbin unload? Give me something here.
And a ball, so they lost the challenge. I mean, it makes sense. You can't take the extra challenge with you. So.
Yeah, you might as well take it now. I mean, that was low, no matter what.
I guess you could have taken it with you, but you went back in the 10th inning. Yeah. All right, Chopper. I don't think he's going to beat that out. Nope. That was a nice play by Wells. Damn it.
I don't like the Red Sox, their chances once it gets to the extras. I mean, when you really think about it, if you go into their bullpen, they just used their best reliever for 2. Maybe you do like their chances, but it's like, why is Whitlock not coming in here? That was a great play by Wells, too. I don't know if you guys saw this, but Bradford just tweeted, I guess it was 3 hours ago, it wasn't just, but tomorrow morning on Baseball Isn't Boring, and he just tweeted a picture of Roman. So that might be something worth listening to.
For sure.
Yeah.
Also, James, that is another quality start we could add to the list.
10.
Is that 10 in a row or 11?
I think it's 11.
I think it's 11.
I think you've been saying it 10.
I think it's 11.
But I think it is 11. I put it out last night that James. So I might be wrong. I don't know who's wrong or right on that one. But it really doesn't matter. I mean, that's a good chunk in a row. So yeah, I don't think I finished what I was talking about. The soccer game. James, are you a soccer guy?
I mean, like very casually, but of course I'm going to watch the U.S. and the World Cup.
Yeah.
What time is it on Wednesday?
8.
I know it's at the point where my trivia was canceled on Wednesday night.
It's at 8.
Yeah. So, the one and only full soccer game I've ever watched in my entire life was the last World Cup final, Argentina and France. And I was hooked, but I never watched a game after that. Like I was like, damn, this was fun.
Watch a game again. Like I watched the World Cup, and that's.
No, I'll probably have it on, but am I going to sit there and watch it only? No.
Well, I mean, it helps the Red Sox play at 1:30.
That's true.
Yeah.
We drove by Paraguay's hotel today, and like, as they were leaving for like the bus, and I asked the cop, I'm like, "What team is this?" And they're like, "Oh, like Paraguay or something." I'm like, I couldn't even tell you what conference or pool they're in.
Oh, come on, Willier! Come on, Willier!
What do you do now?
He just dropped the ball. The go-ahead run is scored.
Oh.
And it's more Little League stuff. The ball rolls around to the on-deck circle. We should cancel this stream and end it. It's over, folks.
He's been bad out there recently. Oh, my goodness.
Bye-bye, Gold Glove. Oh, come on. It was in the webbing of your glove, too, man.
I know, and then the throw in, like...
That's not even like a tough catch for a two-time Gold Glove winner.
Was that Caballero running? Who is running? What is Tracy arguing about? He inadvertently kicked the ball.
He was celebrating. He was clapping at first. And the first base coach was like, dude, go.
What the heck is he doing? I have no idea what Chad Tracy could even be talking about right now.
This is insane.
I know exactly what he's talking about. The first base coach cannot touch his player. He cannot touch his player. He's out. He needs to be out.
Ooh, that'd be interesting.
Well, he's not, because now...
That's
look at David Schwimmer just squaring for the bunt. Look at that.
That's
Contreras.
I'm pretty sure that's the rule.
You can't assist a player.
You cannot touch a player. You cannot touch him. Now, oh my gosh.
He's going to try to go. Nobody's covering. Yeah, this one's over.
At least the show is fun. Like this show that we're doing, right? Like,
yeah,
great chat, right? If I sat down on my living room couch to watch this game, I would feel like such a waste of time.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Is that what they're trying to argue? Was that what he's
kidding me?
I know you cannot touch your player.
It's a bunch of small ball. That is... What is Tracy trying to review? He was safe at the plate, and it wasn't close.
He never caught the ball. He's so safe.
How do they're reviewing it, dude?
I mean, you might as well.
For what?
It's not even a force. Like, he might have been out if it was a force.
Are they saying his foot went over and then his hand hit Wong's leg?
He was into it. He loves that.
He's safe. His foot hit the plate, so the toe hit the plate. The toe hit the tip of the plate.
Yes. Does Chad Tracy not know you have to tag him? Like,
I mean, the replay room told him to review that, so that's more on whoever's calling those shots there.
He's safe by a mile. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Chad Tracy?
I don't know
what camera angle has him being not safe?
He never tagged him.
He tagged him. He just tagged
after he was running back to the dugout. Look, foot. He's standing.
Look at Chad Tracy. Like, oh man. Bradley, you're on your couch 100%, but you're chilling with us watching the show. That's what I'm talking about. This element
Bradley
of
goes,
like,
bro, I'm on my couch.
And that's great. But I'm just saying, if I sat down by myself to watch this game by myself, like without anyone else, right? I'm saying like interacting with everyone here and talking whatever.
If Caballero goes bridge, we're turning this off.
If Caballero gets on base, like you can make the argument to turn it off. Oh,
he's safe.
Then I'm close.
Yeah, the wheels are falling off. The wheels are falling.
Willier Abreu has single-handedly lost this game for the.
I don't know how Section 10 is going to give out ketchup tonight. Like this is just such a vibe kill.
This is a vibe kill.
I think you give it to a pitcher.
No, I'm saying like after this loss, they are not. Jared, Steve, Coley, Tyler, all those guys are not going to feel like giving out ketchup.
We have a random YouTube jump all of a sudden.
Welcome in, everyone.
Went from two to like 11.
Yeah, probably Yankees fans that are
probably
happy.
Here, I'll cover my my fandom pictures here.
We're gonna be happy in our misery.
This was such a good night all around. We had so much fun. The Red Sox were no-hitting the Yankees. We're about to sweep them. We're about to obviously we're not gonna be like, oh, we're back. But it's like, hey, we just swept the Yankees at home. Finally, they do something at home. Nope, this crap happens. Man. I don't know, man. Bradley, I wish I could be as optimistic as you are. Siegler goes yard, Wong goes yard.
Siegler goes yard.
Siegler can't go yard again.
He could, theoretically.
I mean, he could. Yeah, you're right. But I don't think that's going to happen. This is what happens with this Red Sox team. It's been happening all year. You think they're going to do something. They blow it in the last inning or two, and they come back out, and they put up the 3 most pathetic at-bats you've ever seen. That's what happens.
Oh, at least they got an out. Number 2. Honestly, at this rate, kind of hope the Sox just go down 1-2-3 if they're not going to win it and just let us go to bed.
This is the worst part about Sunday Night Baseball, man. It's like you're hyped. They're on Sunday Night Baseball, but this kind of crap happens. It's such a letdown because those first 3 games were so much fun. They were so much fun.
Yeah.
And this is all you're going to be thinking about when you look back at this series.
Yeah.
Actually,
Anthony Volpe would have the 3rd highest OPS in the Red Sox.
That's disgusting. Jake Roy from Over the Monster, he also tweeted the video of the first base coach.
I know who that is.
Yeah.
Touching him?
Yeah, and he said that first base coach pushes the runner to advance to second, feels illegal.
It's 100% illegal. Now,
yeah, it is because you can't.
You cannot. I remember going back to my high school days, the third base coach accidentally, when a kid hit a home run back in high school and the third base coach. Now this is allowed in the major leagues. Your third base coach gives your guy a high five and they're running past third base. In high school baseball, that's illegal.
That has to depend on the conference because that is certainly not everywhere.
I remember that being a thing back in the day. Don't touch your guy when he hits a home run. Don't touch your guy when he hits a home run because the umpire could be an ass.
Do the Red Sox get a hit in the 9th? They got to pinch hit Yoshida, I think, to try to get on base.
For Chang?
Yeah, probably. I mean, that's
you have to. If they don't, then that's a bad.
Because they have Chang, Narvaez, and who's the third guy left on the bench?
It's Duran has been used.
So it's Chang. It's Yoshida, Narvaez.
Why am I blanking? It's Monasterio.
Duh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know who's going to be pitching for the Yankees in this inning because Bednar's already gone through 2.
Tim Hill or probably.
I mean, honestly, you're just hoping somebody runs into a homer because you're not scoring. You're not getting 3 hits to score 2 runs. That's not happening.
To score 1 run. 4-2 is going to be the final score.
If they score a run, it'll be a ground out to the right side of the man's thrown under third. Ground out to the right side. The Yankees will willingly let us score on because they'll get the second out.
Okay. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah. Bradley, I wish we were as optimistic as that. Chang and Wong and Siegler go yard, and win for it. Actually, it would only have to be 1 home run. It would only be Chang and then Wong and then Chang because there's a runner on second base to start the inning. But yeah, if they go back-to-back to win this game, Bradley, you're on the next show. Back-to-back to win this game.
Bradley, you're giving us lottery numbers.
Seriously.
Back-to-back bombs, win the game. Yeah. Why not? I just got
Bradley, if they do that, you also got to buy one of their jerseys.
Look, and they're showing the Williger throw. Exactly. Where the hell? And look at Durbin, dude. What are you doing? Also, okay, interesting point too that I just thought of. Durbin looked like he thought Chapman was right behind him.
Yeah,
Chapman was more up the line.
The other direction, yeah.
With Chapman's hamstring, do you think that didn't allow him to get behind Durbin as fast as he wanted to?
Oh, it's going to be Cruz pitching.
I'm going to be honest with you. Chapman should have gone to third.
Huh?
Right?
No, he had to go get the ball. He had to go get the ball. Nobody else was going to go get the ball.
Yeah, but if we're like being like mental baseball guys here, like the play was the second base, he should have been backing up the throw to second.
Like, he was backing up the throw to third.
Well, why was Durbin at home when the catcher was also at home?
He had to go chase the ball.
This was such a bad throw.
Yoshida on deck.
For Chang. Or no, for Wong.
Makes sense. Get a lefty in there.
Get Siegler on here.
Oh,
Bradley's hyped. Come on,
Let's
Bradley.
go.
Homer.
3 homers in a row starting right now.
Would have helped he didn't have a pitch clock violation.
Oh, my God.
He's in the box.
Yeah, but he wasn't ready.
Yeah,
the 8-second mark.
That was the correct call by the home plate.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're right, James. It was right. He looked up.
Unfortunately.
And then you let that pitch go right down the middle.
And it got through. So it's a 1-run game.
I'm believing.
Guys, we're going to be here till 2 o'clock.
Bradley! Homer. Come on, Bradley. Homer, you're on. What a weird swing.
I love Siegler, man.
I do too. I really like the guy. Come on.
He reminds me so much like an Abraham Toro kind of guy. Not obviously defensively,
Look how
but
hyped he was on a little bloop
of course.
single. Let's go. Yeah. What is Chad Tracy doing? I don't know if you saw that, but after that
pinch running Monasterio, yeah.
For Siegler,
that's the second time he's done that. Is Siegler the slowest guy on the team? Like this is
they're going to be out of bench guys. They're going to be out of bench guys because if they do somehow tie this game, Wong comes in for Yoshida.
but Monasterio's not some speedster, is he?
Narvaez comes in for Yoshida.
Yeah, you're right. We're out of bench players now because Narvaez has to come in here. We're using Monasterio.
Masa, let's go. Let's go, Masa.
You're so ahead of us.
Let's go. And he's into second. Save.
What? Did he score?
No, second and third.
Oh, bunt.
Maso!
Let's go! I'm so behind.
The same. I just saw that.
Monasterio lost his helmet where? Like, he had no helmet on the entire time. Did he even go to base with the helmet?
Yeah, he did.
Baseball Savant has Siegler's running at a 5.
So he's the slowest player in the league.
Fifth percent. What? There's no way that could be true.
Who, Siegler?
Yeah.
That's probably because he's like hardly like.
Right. Like there's like no stats, but still.
Yeah.
5?
He doesn't look like a guy that'd be that slow. That Monasterio needs
5? Dude, I have a higher than 5 speed. Like,
are we bunting here?
No. Not with second and third. I wouldn't put the Chang.
Come on, Chang, go deep.
James, stop, James.
That fly?
We haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Do you want me to back mine up so I'm syncing?
No.
Bradley likes it, and if Bradley likes it, that means we got to keep
that fly.
Fly game.
We got one more of these fly balls and we win a game.
Crazy.
Jaron Duran's up. Of course he's up.
James, if you pause your feed for like 3 seconds, that catches you up to us.
Hold on. I just tried to do it, but okay, right now I'm on the replay of Chang. He just high-fived Durbin and Siegler.
Yep.
I'm back to Duran.
Yeah, I'm watching the replay now too.
All right, so they just threw the first pitch to Duran. Have you guys seen that?
No, so I'm just watching the high five right now.
No, you're good.
All right, tell me when they throw the first pitch to Duran. I just paused it.
First pitch right now.
Siegler.
All right, fine. I just unpaused it. Whatever. I'm gonna be ahead of you guys.
Fine.
Who cares?
Bunt.
No, not with a man on third.
It's Jaron Duran. I don't think he's getting a hit right now. Bradley's so into this right now. Let's go.
Is some agents involved too? Okay, you cover agent fees. What is this? They're bringing out a new glove.
Yeah, what exactly do you need, Bradley? What is going on? Are they gonna bring in a guy? No, they're not.
I'll bring in an outfielder for into the infield.
That's what I thought at first, but that's a pitcher's glove.
Rosario's moving.
What is James?
What?
Don't spoil this.
Please.
Right, they're still on their mound visit.
Is that a Germany flag being flown?
Yes.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Wait, so James, you're seeing Duran right now?
I'm seeing Duran. Now they did
What's
a
the
wide
count?
view, 5 infielders.
Is it 1-0?
Yes, the count
Okay,
is 1-0.
okay. All right, we're close.
I will just contain my reactions for everything.
I'm 7 seconds behind you. I just timed it.
I can hear one of your streams, but I can't understand what they're saying.
Yeah, I have the volume on. I've had the volume on for the last 4 innings.
What are you swinging at? Don't swing at that.
I know.
You need a shovel for that.
You need a tennis racket for that one.
Yo, is that an earring? Since when does Jaron Duran have an earring?
He's had him for a while. He's had him for a while. Yeah.
I just haven't noticed. Okay.
Put those tennis rackets on. Come on, let's go.
Duran!
Let's go, boys! Yes! Let's go, Jaron! Let's go, Jaron! Yeah, baby! The win of the season!
Sweep the Yankees!
Duran, let's
we
go,
sweep
baby.
the fucking Yankees!
Let's go!
That's the first walk-off, and it feels like forever.
Let's go!
Jaron Duran finally gets something going. We walk off the Yankees. We sweep a 4-game series.
For the first time since 2018, we have swept the Yankees in a 4-game series.
The shirt is off, Jaron Duran. Take the clothes off.
That was so awesome.
Go celebrate tonight.
Wally with the broom.
Let's go.
Wow. Let's go, Bradley. Let's go.
Let's go, Bradley. We'll be hitting you up soon, probably.
Never a doubt. Right, Cal?
Go.
Oh, that was
Man,
awesome.
we were so unconfident for that one.
Let's
go.
Let's go, Jaron Duran.
Maybe Jaron Duran deserved a pinch hit back in a couple innings ago.
He did.
I don't want to see Roman on the field at all. Take your hand, get into the locker room.
I don't know.
We'll start drinking.
Let me get that out there.
That was awesome.
I forgot.
You guys weren't looking at the camera. I just had a huge smile and fist bump for like 10 seconds.
And then you do like this or whatever, and then I was like, I can't watch James. I can't watch it.
I was like, I will contain my voice until you guys see it, but
you did balance it out, yeah.
Oh, let's go.
Gabrielle, yeah, we are so ahead, yep. Do you see Yoshida as he crosses the plate? He goes, yes.
Yeah.
So Sonny Gray brought it into the 8th. Sonny Gray.
Yeah. Jaron needed that more than anyone on the planet, man.
Yep.
Good for him.
Watch him bounce out now from the slump. And
yeah.
Was this the best win of the year, Bradley?
The whole team knows he needs it too. They're all high-fiving him before going down to the clubhouse. Yes, it was the best win of the year.
It was by far the best win of the year. 100%.
I just saw Caleb Durbin City Connect jersey in the crowd, unless it was a number 5 Nomar jersey.
Bradley, what a game.
What a game.
Bradley, Cal. Who else was here the entire time? Bradley,
Matt, even though he's a Yankee fan.
Matty, where'd you go, man? Thank you, Matty. I know he might have left, but Bradley, Cal, Cody, thanks for being here all night. What a win. 3.5 hours of craziness. The Red Sox came back and they finally win their first 4 games. First time all season they've won 4 in a row. The first 4 games sweep of the Yankees since August 2nd through 5th since 2018. We all know what happens in 2018.
Red Sox 2026 World Series. Let's go.
Rizzo's about to interview. We can stay on for that.
Let me get this tweet out. Jaron Duran walks it off. I spelled that wrong. Walks it off. And the Red Sox sweep the Yankees. Sonny Gray brings a no-hitter into the 8th inning.
Oh, they got him good with the Gatorade bath.
What a fucking win. I hear Tessie playing in the background.
Oh, yeah.
He definitely needed that more than anybody in the world.
Yeah, he just got the weight of the world lifted off his shoulders.
I'm going to put this on so I can hear what he's saying.
His last walk-off was almost exactly 2 years ago to the date.
Is that against Toronto, right?
Yeah, June 24th of 24. Rizzo.
Rizzo knows his stuff, man. He's a great analyst.
He does, but I had the way he phrased that. You guys think you're still in it.
He knows.
Yeah, of
he
course.
knows Durant knows, too. He's not an idiot.
Wally and Tessie with the brooms. No, Cody doesn't get recorded for a win. Unfortunately, no, he doesn't. Justin Slayton, of all people, gets the win tonight.
That's crazy. That's so crazy. And that's a great point, Cody.
It's a bad stat, and we've noticed that before us. Like, we all notice how bad wins are. But yeah, it's this Justin Slayton win tonight. Sonny Gray was the best pitcher, the best start of the season for any Red Sox pitcher probably tonight, and he doesn't get the win. Bradley, thank you for watching, man. Cody, thank you for watching. Tonight was so much fun. The Red Sox sweep the Yankees. It doesn't matter how bad this team is. When you sweep the Yankees, even if you're 10 games under 500, this is a fun night. So Sunday Night Baseball, Red Sox, Yankees, I can never ask for anything more fun.
I also want to say,
guys.
Durant ended this series on a walk-off in extra innings. In 2018, Benintendi ended that on a walk-off in extra innings too.
Perfect. Wake up, Cutter is king. Yep.
What a win, guys. I know we were all like, wow, like this team, as soon as they went down, lost to the Yankees in the ninth inning, they were like, yeah, this is over. It's over. But yeah, what a way to come back. Fenway Park is alive. The Red Sox finally, they face the Yankees and something good happens. Bradley, we want you back next time. I want you on the next one.
Show MVP, yeah.
Show MVP goes to Bradley tonight. Darren Duran, thanks for walking it off. Guys, you got anything else?
No.
Sonny Gray,
go.
man.
Let's go. Baby. Let's
Sonny
go.
Gray,
that was awesome.
Tonight.
Let's go.
Man, I want to upload this one just like this. I'm not going to cut anything.
That was awesome. Let's
go,
boys.
Like
that's perfect.
Darren Duran is the hero.
Yeah. That's 4 straight. We'd all be going nuts if this was 7 straight in Colorado, but who knows? Yeah, the Red Sox are still 10 games under 500, but you can always be happy when you sweep the Yankees. Guys, if you have anything else you wanted to bring up from tonight, I don't know, but we can end it here. It's been 3.5 hours, if not a little bit more, but this was super fun. Guys, I will upload it just like this. I know we leave it as a live usually on YouTube, but I'm going to upload this one separate. See what happens. But yeah, great fun night tonight. The Red Sox win. I can make my own caption. We sweep the Yankees. But yeah, Bradley, Cal, everyone else, thank you guys for watching. This was super fun. We'll see you back soon, and we'll end it here tonight. But thanks, guys.